Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Naruto has boosted gear Highschool dxd. Before I start, please support for more amazing content, and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by Soul Embrace 2010 and link in description and support writer. Let's start the video. Chapter 01, Death of Naruto. Opening theme, Trip Innocent of D by Larval Stage Planning. Co Academy, Special Investigation Disciplinary Committee Office. Friday. Just another day at Co Academy, a former all-girls school turned co-ed, and for our one reddish blonde-haired hero of this story, it's just another at the office. His name is Uzumaki Naruto, aka Uzumaki Namikaze Naruto Sparta. He's one of the most brightest and intelligent students in all of Japan due to his high IQ. Because of that, he, along with a select group of students from different schools, are recognized as special students by Japan's Ministry of Education. Not only that, he is the current leader boss of Co Academy's Special Investigation and Disciplinary Committee, SIDC for short, and the so-called enemy of all boys due to his good nature and charm capturing most of the girls' attention in school. Naruto is a 17-year-old, third-year student with medium short, spiky blonde hair with red tips, icy, electric ocean blue eyes, 5 foot 11 feet tall, an impressive muscular, yet semi-slender body build, and whisker markings on his cheeks. His current outfit is the Co Academy male uniform, which consists of a black blazer over an open white, long-sleeved dress shirt with black highlights and a black t-shirt beneath it, a black headband with dark flame designs, matching black pants, and stylish red and black sneakers. Right now he is catching a few ZS in the SIDC room, which he considers his safe haven from the constantly attacking fangirls that reminds him of the fangirls chasing after a certain duckbutt at his former school, Konoha Academia. Konoha Academia. Despite it being a prestigious school, it's totally corrupt to the core. It's controlled by the Uchiha family, while being funded by various families who send their children there. But who cares about those jabronis? The education's better here, not to mention the girls, and the uniforms. While Naruto may be a pervert, at least he's not a major one like his godfather and a certain trio at Co Academy. His ZS were soon interrupted by a knock on the door. "Gah, damn," he muttered, straightening himself out on his desk. "If it's a beautiful lady, come in." The door opened, and in came two beautiful young twin girls. While one had a cute, innocent look, the other had a haughty and annoyed look. Both are 5 foot 2 inches tall, have indigo blue princess hair, pupilless white eyes with a lavender tint, DD cup breasts, and wearing the Co Academy girls' school uniform, which consists of a white long-sleeved, button-down shirt with a black ribbon on her shirt collar worn under a black shoulder cape and matching button-down corset, a black skirt, and black dress shoes over white crew-length socks. "Hinata-chan. Hibana-chan, what's up?" Naruto asked his two of many girlfriends and maids of the Uzumaki clan back home. "Ino and Nia has spotted the perverted trio at it again," Hisana said in an annoyed tone. "As always. You girls should be fine dealing with them, and I've had enough in dealing on them, so why report to me? The girls they're spying on are the members of our own disciplinary squad, and the two great ladies, Rias-san and Akino-san," Hinata said without stuttering, something Naruto and Hisana managed to whack her out of, literally and figuratively. Naruto slammed his head on his desk, making a few cracks in it, before getting up from it. "Huh, I see why you called me now. Come on then." He walked past the twins and smacked them on their rears. "Eep," Hinata squeaked, blushing furiously. "Hey, Naruto-kun," Hisana snapped as she started to chase Naruto. "Race ya!" he shouted back as the three ran down the hallways. Outside the girls' locker room. "Up here!" Naruto, Hinata, and Hisana headed up to the tree branch to two fellow blondes, in Naruto's case, Yamanaka Ino and Yamanaka Nia, who's also twins, that are 5 foot 3 inches tall, have long, platinum blonde hair, green-blue eyes, fair skin, and C-to-D cup breasts, and wearing the Co Academy girls' school uniform. And is also part of Naruto's harem. "There they are," said Nia, pointing to the small windows where the perverted trio are. "How should you do it, Naruto-kun?" Ino said, smirking and putting a hand on her hips. "I mean, they're spying on your girlfriends, and your sister. Naughty naughty, they get caughty." "Good point," Naruto grumbled, rubbing the back of his head and developing several tick marks. "You girls stay here. I'll be right back." "Don't beat them up too bad," Nia whispered in her boyfriend, making him smirk. "Hey, it's me," he said with a grin before he jumped off the tree and snuck over to where the perverts are, who were currently praising God for such a beautiful sight. Haida Issei, Matsuda, and Motohama, 3 second-year students who make up the Hentai Sanangumi, aka the perverted trio, and the most pathetic pieces of craps ever to grace the school. Issei, despite having some good points like being surprisingly hard-working, he's a 24/7 hot-blooded pervert who has a known for his total obsession with the female body, most particularly their breasts. He has an average body build, spiky short brown hair, light brown eyes, and wearing the Ko Academy boys' school uniform, similar to Naruto's. Matsuda, a perverted self-proclaimed Lilicon, and is a former jock and school sports star. His earned nicknames include Perverted Baldy and the Sexual Harassment Paparazzi. Motohama, another perverted who claims to have the ability to calculate a female's body measurements just by looking. His own nicknames include Perverted Glasses and the 3 Sizes Scouter. Anyway, these 3 morons are so focused on the sight of the girls changing that they don't hear Naruto stomping loudly towards them, cracking his knuckles. Noticing that the windows were open for air and shows a clear sight of the perverts for the other girls, Naruto took a loud, deep breath and bellowed in a modified voice, "Holy shit, those tits are ginormous." The shout knocked the perverts out of their happy place and looked around wildly, while Naruto used Harassation to rush his rear back to the tree in record time as the wall cracked and broke down, knocking the perverts off the ladder they were standing on. When they looked up, they saw several girls wrapped in towels and staring down on the trio with evil and unforgiving glares. "That wasn't us," they protested, but the girls were having none of their bullshit as they started to clobber the perverted trio, their screams of pain echoing throughout the school as they were assaulted with fists, kendo sticks, pans, the kitchen sink, etc. "Would you lovely girls like to join in with your fellow ladies?" Naruto asked the 2 sets of twins, who all nodded eagerly and jumped down from the tree to join in on the beatdown, making Naruto chuckle. Just another day at Ko Academy. After the beatdown, the boys, in their chibi forms, were a bloody mess, and bruised from head to toe. The girls were satisfied, as they looked up to see Naruto giving them 2 thumbs up. One for the beatdown, and one for their beautiful towel-wrapped figures. The girls/maids in his harem winked at him and strutted back to the locker room swaying their hips at him. The 2 great ladies on the other hand, the black-haired one waved at Naruto while the redhead looked at him with a small smile before returning to the dressing room with her friend. Ano, you're Uzumaki Naruto-kun, aren't you?" Naruto looked down towards the source of the cute-sounding voice to see an attractive young girl who's 5'3" tall, with long black hair that falls to her hips, violet eyes, and C-cup breasts. She wore a uniform from a different school, which consists of a dark red jacket with the letter P embroidered in gold, a white undershirt, a red bow, and a green skirt with a thin white strip around the lower end of it. "Indeed I am." You're not from this school, judging from your uniform," Naruto noted, jumping down to the ground and smiling at her, but inwardly frowning because her aura was a bit off to him. "I actually never seen that uniform before. What are you doing here? Do you need help with something?" My school let out early, and well, Uzumaki-kun, are you seeing anyone at the moment?" the girl asked, rubbing her feet together. Naruto shrugged, "Depends considering how many girls are chasing me around, but I'm not dating anyone right now." "Why?" "I'm glad to hear that." "Huh. My name is Amano Yuma. Would you mind going out with me?" she asked shyly, her arms around her back holding her school bag and her heel digging into the ground. "Huh. Go out with you?" Naruto repeated while raising an eyebrow, slightly noticing an unfriendly ulterior motive. "You fell for me in something?" Hi. Yuma responded, "I've always seen you walking across the bridge, and you look so cool, and that's when I knew you were my." Unknown to her, Naruto was not buying it. Things like this happened at his old school, Konoha Academia. In all honesty, he, along with his siblings, were the true top students at the school, but the teachers and the administration didn't appreciate that fact that the kids were smarter than their prized student, Uchiha Sasuke. And that those kids were Uzumaki's too, despite the fact that they're the children of their alumni member, Namikaze Minato. So they tampered with their grades, making Naruto and his sisters look bad. Plus, the minor girls at Konoha did ask to go out with him all the time, only to stab him in the back many times to their own amusement. The movement was spearheaded by the most loyal of Sasuke's fangirls, Haruno Sakura, who had the ridiculous idea that Naruto was crushing on her, when he was actually crushing on her twin sister, Haruno Sakuya, who was nothing like her sister. It was because of Sakuya, his twin sister Naruko, and their sister Narumi, that Naruto has a harem, which consists of both girls, former stalker Hyuga Hinata and her twin Hibana, former Uchiha fangirl Yamanaka Ino and her reserved twin sister Nia, weapons junkie Higurashi Tenten, dog girl Inuzuka Akira, and surprisingly, Sasuke's twin sister, Uchiha Satsuki. More on that story later, but right now, the girls now working with the Uzumaki family as maids of the Uzumaki mansion, in order to be close to Naruto and prove to his family that they're not like the others from Konoha Academia. "So, will you go out with me?" Yuma asked with a blush on her face. Shaking his head out of memory lane, Naruto shrugged again, noting that her blush was not genuine. Hinata's a master, and apparently has a spot in the Guinness World Records for most deepest blush ever. Sure, he smiled. Who am I to deny a young woman's true feelings? "Are you free Sunday?" They exchanged their numbers and emails and walked away, with Naruto feeling Yuma's none too discreet sneer at the back of his head as she looked back at him. Sunday, huh? Naruto thought, looking at his watch while walking back to Hinata, Hibana, Ino, and Nia. Better focus on today for now, since I have that chess match against Akino-chan in an hour. Park, Sunday evening. Well, Yuma-chan. It certainly has been an enjoyable day. Yes, it has. We had a lot of fun today. Arigato, Naruto-kun. Yes, it has been an enjoyable day. Both Naruto and Yuma went to a coffee shop where couples frequent, the shopping mall, an amusement park, an arcade, a 5-star restaurant, and finally, a romantic action movie. Well, time for me to go. My mom's gonna have my head if I'm out too late. Naruto said with a nervous laugh. Do you want me to walk you back to your place? Okay, start things first, Naruto-kun. What's up, Yuma-chan? She blushed a bit and asked timidly, in honor of our first date, do you mind doing me a favor to commemorate this special moment? Naruto raised an eyebrow and shrugged, smiling. What kind of favor are we talking about? I have a bad feeling about this. Yuma walked up to Naruto, looked him in the eyes, and smiled. Would you mind dying for me right now? She asked with a sudden, eerie smile. Naruto's danger sense went off and he managed to jump out of the way just in time as a spear made of light materialized in the girl's hand, the point pointing where Naruto's heart was. Whoa, a spear of light? Since you tried to stab me, I'm gonna have to guess that you're a fallen angel. Naruto mused as he straightened up. I thought all the devils, angels, and fallen angels have a strictly enforced order not to mess with me or my clan. May I ask why you're trying to kill me, Yuma-chan? Gomen, Naruto-kun, she said, smiling maliciously as her cute voice changed into a lower pitch yet seductive and haughty tone of voice, but you'll never know. She released her black wings from her back, shredded her clothing as she grew a bit taller, 5'5", and taking on a more slightly mature appearance, with her eyes taking on a darker, evil look. She now wears black, strap-like objects resembling leather around and under her now decupped breasts, a thong-like piece held around her hips by 3 thin straps, gloves that run right up her arms with small lengths of chains hanging from them, shoulder guard-like objects on her shoulders with 3 large spikes sprouting from her right shoulder, and black boots. Although short-lived, playing lovey-dovey with you was fun. I'll take good care of this gift from you, she said, stroking the silver necklace he gave her. So? Damn, there's no way my luck is that bad. Why did she have to turn from a cute to a hot chick? Naruto grumbled before sighing loudly. Looks like I'll have to apologize in advance for consuming you, fallen angel. Consuming? Yuma repeated as she materialized red energy to create a spear. Are you a cannibal or something, Naruto-kun? Naruto smirked. Nope. It's just an expression for kicking your ass. In this world, the law of the jungle applies on the battlefield. The strong may feed on the weak, but I feed on the strong, and fallen angels like you are on the menu. Rainer sneered at that and threw the light spear at Naruto, who ducked, took off the guitar case that he had on his back, and kicked it open, taking out a massive broadsword with a heavy double-edged blade, notched on both sides near the tip, and the pommel resembles a single spike. The grip is plain, but the guard is skeletal, with a skull face on each side leading to the rib cage from which the blade emerges, and the cross-tree folded against the ribs. Meet Rebellion, one of my clan's heirlooms, he said, pointing the blade at her. I have to warn you, if you strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you could ever imagine, but you'll have to work for your kill, Yuma. Oh, I will. She sneered, materializing several more light spears, and the name's not Yuma, she added as she fired off her light spears at Naruto, who was digging into his guitar case, pulling out a white and silver belt buckle-like object and a unique 6-cylinder double-barrel magnum revolver named Blue Rose. It's Fallen Angel, Rainer. Naruto rolled out of the way of the light spears and fired a few charged at another wave of light spears, causing them to explode as he retreated to the top of the tree, pointing Blue Rose at her as he equipped the buckle on his waist. The buckle then flashed and attached itself to Naruto by wrapping a belt around his waist with a book-like object hanging from the belt's left side. I stand corrected then, Rainer-san, he said as he pulled on the buckle, opened up the book-like object, and pulled out a card with a revving sound. Dodging and rolling away from another light spear that was thrown at him, Naruto raised the card, showing a picture of an armored being, flipped it around, and inserted it into the belt, with it announcing, Kamen Ride. Dodging another light spear, Naruto spun around and lashed out with a spin kick to keep Rainer back, and yelled, Henshin! Closing the belt, it announced, Decade, with multiple holograms appearing around him, and then converging into one and donning him in a black, white, and Magneto armored trenchcoat as 10 cards appeared in the air and insert themselves into his shoulder, giving them a barcode-like motif as green futuristic sunglasses, completing his transformation into the XP of Kamen Rider Decade. Cracking his neck, Naruto opened up his Decadriver and Ridebooker and took out a card with another Kamen Rider on it, also inserting the card to the Decadriver and closing it. Kamen Ride, please. The belt turned into another belt with various gadgets as a cell phone appeared in Naruto's hands. Opening it and punching in 555, it announced standing by. Henshin. Inserting the cell phone into the new belt, it emitted photon blood that shaped around Naruto's body via proton streams, forming the soul foam, the soul metal, the full metal lung, the power anklet, the energy holster, the global feeler, and the ultimate finder armor pieces on his trenchcoat before a flash of red light consumed him. When the light died down, Naruto's trenchcoat turned black with red lines, and had silver armor on his chest and shoulders, with a bracer on his wrist, the Fei's driver on his waist, and yellow sunglasses, turning Naruto into a cooler version of Kamen Rider Fei's. "Issei," Naruto said as he cracked his neck and flicked his wrist, "it's time to feast. It's showtime, fallen angel." Wielding his sword Rebellion in the Yagyu Shinkajiryu stance, Naruto charged at Rainer, who retaliated using her light spears. Naruto weaved through the deadly spears, and swung at Rainer, who parried using a light spear and retreated to the air. Naruto ched and high jumped to her to using an aerial combo followed by an aerial rave attack, but she kept dodging and flew higher. So, her weakness is close-range combat. Naruto noted, looking bored as he landed on the ground. She must be scared to fight an opponent face-to-face, such is the way of a coward. Alright then. Naruto spun around and executed round trip, throwing Rebellion at Rainer. Rainer ducked and sped towards Naruto, ramming him into a tree. She threw a light spear at his head, but he managed to duck in time, kicking her in the stomach as she got close, making her skid back. Naruto then rushed forward, unleashing a streaming barrage of sword slashes at Rainer, who managed to jump back to avoid the deadly blows. But Naruto saw that coming and quickly set the Fei's mission memory on Rebellion, opened the cell phone on his belt, and pressed enter before closing it, with the belt announcing, "Exceed charge." The energy flowed from the gear along the photon stream before coating Rebellion's blade with red energy. Naruto then fired off 3 drive attacks, hitting Rainer and blasting her back. "Time to end this," Naruto said, shooting forward with his sword at the ready. Rainer then gave off an evil smile. "You're right. It is time to end this." She suddenly blurred forward, dodging his sword strike and kicking it out of his hand. She then grabbed the Fei's gear, and ripped it off of him while passing him, de-henshining him back to Naruto, who grunted in pain from the forced detransformation as the Fei's gear turned back into the Deca driver. "Crap!" he growled, as Rainer appeared in front of him and grabbed him by the throat, materializing light spears all around Naruto. "Looks like the one who'll be eaten here is you. Now please die," she said sweetly, and with a snap of her fingers, he got impaled in his vital areas with blood spurting everywhere. "Ow," he said as he threw up blood and collapsed on the ground, feeling himself fading. "Naruto-kun, /Naruto!" cried several voices from inside his mindscape. And for the final touch. Rainer grabbed Naruto up the cuff of his shirt, and threw him up in the air. She then grabbed Rebellion, and impaled him in the heart, just as he came down, the last of the light disappearing from his eyes. "I don't know why the higher-ups want us fallen angels to leave you be. Maybe you posed a future threat, or you were possibly the key to the war, I don't know. No matter though, since I took the initiative and moved in for the kill, and you've just been eaten by a fallen angel," she said, sticking Rebellion with Naruto's corpse to a thick tree. "You should just blame God for whatever made you special. Thanks for the wonderful memories." Satisfied with her work, she laughed as she walked away, humming a tune to herself as her cell phone went off. "Moshi Moshi?" she asked cheerfully. "Rainer-san, what's going on? I've been unable to get a hold of your sister." "Oh, Leader-sama. I don't know where she is right now, but I just took care of a future problem." "Huh? A future problem? Pray tell." "I killed Uzumaki Naruto. He was formidable, but—" "I'm sorry, but can you repeat that?" "Uzumaki Naruto. Uzumaki Naru. You fool! Why did you do that? Have you forgotten my orders?" "Leader-sama? What's wrong?" "There's a reason why we have strict orders not to bother that boy or his family. I only wanted you and your sister's group to only run surveillance on him and that other kid. But because of you, you've now unleashed a power greater than the 3 factions combined." Rainer frowned at that. "No, he can't be. There's no possible way he's the one with their bloodlines. I mean, I killed him easily." Just then, an explosion of power flooded the park, crushing Rainer as she fell to her knees from the sheer weight of it. Now horrified, she turned to find a sight that will forever be embedded in her mind forever. The conflict between the 3 factions is about to receive a new challenger. And he is pissed. Issei, it's time for round 2 Fallen Angel. End of Chapter 1. Chapter 02, Ascension Rebirth. Flashback no Jutsu, Naruto's room, nighttime. "Naruto-kun." "Hi, Ka-san?" answered a 5-year-old Naruto. "Remember about the time I told you about your power?" Hi. It's used to protect my friends and family, and will fully awaken if I die. Kushina nodded, adjusting her hold on her 2-year-old daughter, Naruna. Yes, but remember this. If you are killed by a devil, angel, or fallen angel, you'll go through an ascension, and with your new power, you have the task of changing the tide and ending the war between the 3 great factions. Naruto was amazed. My power can turn the tide of battle? Along with the choices you make along the path to ending the war. However, the 3 great factions know of our existence, and have a strictly enforced order not to confront you and any of us in any way. If they do, well, Kushina smiled mischievously. They'll doom themselves? Naruto guessed, tilting his head to the side in a cute way. Yep. Now come here you, Kushina said, hugging Naruto close for being so cute. Flashback KI. Opening theme, Trip Innocent of D by Larval Stage Planning. Park evening. Rainier prided herself on being a fallen angel. To her, it was worth becoming one after raping a little innocent boy and killing him after a fallout with her angel parents after her older sister became a fallen angel herself. Becoming one of the fallen granted her more power than she ever dreamed. She may act sweet and attractive, but can be a cruel and manipulate bitch. During a briefing for her next mission, she overheard a conversation about an enforced rule not to kill a certain human named Uzumaki Naruto. When she asked about it, the only answer she got was, "Trust me, you don't want to know. Don't fuck with that kid, or his family. It won't be healthy for anyone." Thinking that Uzumaki Naruto was a dangerous human to be eliminated due to the strict order not to kill him or his family, she decided to get rid of the problem once and for all along with her acquired target, Highschool dxd. But now she realized the reason for the strict order not to harm Uzumaki Naruto in any way. She heard stories, but dismissed them as nothing but mere fairy tales. Oh, how wrong she was. Kokabil-sama, Sorry, Rainer-kun, but we'll have to cut you loose since you've disobeyed a direct order. You were a valuable asset, but alas, it looks like you're on your own. The line went dead, for now she's about to pay the piper, as her formerly decreased target's eyes snapped open, revealing red eyes with slits as his wounds from where the light spears pierced him healed. His hair was still blonde with red tips, but with silvery white streaks and black strands. Smirking, he pushed himself off the tree, with rebellion still pierced through his heart. You fucked up now, lady. He growled, pulling rebellion out of his chest. You're about to find out firsthand why the devils, angels, and fallen angels never screwed with an Uzumaki Namikaze. Uzumaki Namikaze? Oh god. Rainier thought in panic, are you really Dash? Uzumaki Namikaze Naruto's rebellion suddenly changed, the pommel spike splitting open into several spikes, the cross trees extending, and the skull eyes growing red. Sparta. Not only the leader of the Special Investigation and Disciplinary Committee in Ko Academy, but also known as a Twilight Celestial. Rainier's fear spiked several notches as she backed away, rebellion now surrounded by a crimson and bluish-silver aura. Right in one. Kind of a cool nickname that better than the Descendant, don't you think? Shrugging, Naruto stepped forward and channeled chakra in his feet to unleash a powerful thrust attack known as the Stinger. Rainier tried to dodge, but got blasted back into a tree as Naruto prepared his next attack. Strike! He yelled, executing a lightning-quick drive attack, sending a powerful red shockwave, hitting Rainier and sending her through the tree. Rainier cried out in pain and fired off a few light spears in retaliation, but Naruto blocked them all by lazily spinning rebellion in front of himself, yawning as he did it. Steeling herself, a bruised Rainier gripped a light spear and engaged in a short sword fight with Naruto before he parried a stab to his heart and booted her in the head, forcing her back. What's wrong, Rainier? You're not done already, are you? Just throwing light spears isn't the only thing you can do, right? He taunted, letting out more of his power and letting it blanket the area along with his killing intent, making Rainier nearly piss herself. Rainier responded by sending a concentrated light spear at Naruto, but he put his finger out, letting the spear dissipate harmlessly off his finger. For someone of the twilight who dwell between the light and darkness like myself, that tickles. Naruto said mockingly, waving his hand around as if it was burning. Got anything else? Don't tell me fallen angels are just one-trick ponies. Twilight? It can't be. Twilight Elemental? One who of the light and darkness. Oh god, I can't win. I gotta get out of here. She screamed in her mind, flapping her wings and prepared to fly off. Oh no you don't. Naruto shouted as he planted rebellion in the ground, his arms turning into black and blue devil bringers, with one of them shooting forward as a large, blue spectral arm. He snatched Rainier out of the air by her ankle with her screaming, pulled her down to him, and initiated his buster attack. With his spectral arms materialized, Naruto threw a barrage of punches to her sternum, then threw a few overhead punches, bouncing her off the ground twice, before delivering an electric wind god fist uppercut, sending her into the air. He then used materialized Yamato, and used maximum dimension slash, disappearing and dashing about with judgment cuts while she's flying through the air. Naruto then finished it up by meeting her in the air behind her, grabbed her around her midsection and drilled her to the ground with a spiraling German suplex, creating spider cracks as he rolled away to view his handiwork. Rainier was a mess and was barely alive at that point. Her black wings were broken, and cuts riddled all over her bruised body. She shakingly got to her feet, but instead got an eyeful of a double-gun salute to her face from Naruto. "Yippee-ki-yay, bitch! Stone Cold Uzumaki Stunner!" he shouted before he kicked her in her stomach, making her double over as he locked her head in a three-quarter face lock on his shoulder and fell on his butt with her face still on his shoulder. The result was Rainier's head bouncing off Naruto's shoulder, and her body propelled into the air before landing painfully on her back and broken wings, the latter making her scream out and thrash around since a fallen angel's wings like hers are so sensitive. Boring. I thought you fallen angels were more powerful, but I guess you really are nothing but one-trick ponies with your light spears. How disappointing. Naruto said, shaking his head and rubbing his shoulder. I knew I should have released my gravity and resistance seals before engaging you. I wouldn't have gotten killed, but at least I awakened my powers, and I have you to thank, Rainier. Rainier could only cough up blood in response. What have I done? Rainier thought, gritting her teeth while finding it difficult to move. Now that he's awakened, the plan to gain the sacred gear Twilight Healing will fail. I'm so sorry, Wani-sama. I've stunned your ass, so don't bother trying to move. You're already finished. Hey Kiyomi-chan. Naruto thought in his mindscape, sealing away rebellion in Yamato, some Yuki, poor favor. Hi Naruto-kun. The busted nine-tailed red-headed fox vixen replied from inside his mindscape, materializing her 9 crimson chakra tails. We're so glad you're alive. Guess we worried for nothing, huh? I love you guys too, Naruto said as he walked over to the prone Rainier and lifted her up by the neck. Stop, please, Naruto-kun. I'm so sorry. Rainier pleaded, please, I love you so much, have mercy. Naruto glared at her, mercy, like you showed your past victims ever since becoming a fallen angel? Sorry, but I'm all out of mercy today, dear Yuma-chan. Focusing chakra and Yuki into his eyes, Naruto activated his unique Sharingan that's shining blue and slit-eyed with red Tomo, making eye contact with the fallen angel, Tsukuyumi Kaisei. Naruto's Tsukuyumi world. Where am I? You're in my world now. What? Too bad. Normally you'll be in here for the next 72 hours, but this is different from the usual Tsukuyumi. For the next month, your ass belongs to me. And no. Hey Yoko-chan. What is it, Kiyomi-chan? I have an idea, giggles. Oh boy, pervert Kiyomi, at it again. Can it, Kurami-chan? Real world. 3 seconds later, Rainier cried out, her body suddenly having a massive, mind-blowing orgasm as she was dropped to the ground. A month in Naruto's Tsukuyomi escape with Kiyomi and Yoko can do that. Honestly, Rainier, I really planned on killing you, but it would have been a waste. Naruto admitted, you dying would have been an escape from the torture that is to come from my sisters, especially my mother, Kushina. Ah, Naruto-sama. Rainier moaned in ecstasy, her face now that of lust. Naruto-sama? Naruto raised an eyebrow as he bent down to her level. Are you switching sides or something? I'm sure she would after Kiyomi and Kurami fucked her senseless in every single way for a month inside your Tsukuyumi world and you continuously denied her climax for hours, Naruto-kun. Said the buxom white-haired ten-tailed beast, Kagura, with Kage Bunshin to boot. Hey! It was my idea to begin with. Kiyomi protested, waving her arms around. That fallen bitch needed to learn her place after she killed Naruto-kun. Sigh point. Kurami grumbled. Both of you, can it before I come in there and dash? Naruto started to warn them, but all he heard were 2 spurts that were massive nosebleeds, when a couple of crashes to the ground. Idiots thought Naruto's 4th tenant, Arwen, the Imperial Queen Dragon Empress in her human form. She has dark silver hair, light silver eyes, a regal yet beautiful face, and a black kimono hugging her shapely figure. Oops, forgot that they can't control their perverted imaginations. That's gonna come back to bite me. Naruto muttered, turning his attention back to Rainier. Fuck the fallen angel, she panted, before climaxing against her will, still feeling Naruto's power. Good answer. We'll talk later, but for now you'll spend some more quality time Q-chan, Yoko-chan, and Arwen-chan. Sweet dreams. Naruto, lifting her up by the shreds of her remaining clothing. He then used Kamui on her, sending her to an isolated prison area of his pocket dimension, a world between his mindscape and dreamscape. Next, he sent out a pulse, clearing the area of his aura as he picked up his guitar case and Deca driver. Well, that completes the festivities. Some conclusion of a date that was, but there'll be another chance to consume a fallen angel. Man, Ka-chan's gonna kill me for getting killed like that, Naruto said, turning around and exiting the area as his hair returned to its normal form. I'm hungry. I just hope Satsuki-chan, Tayuya-chan, and Cheyenne-chan don't try and ambush me again for sex like last time. Then again, who cares? Kage Bunshin will always rule, Databeo. If Naruto stayed a little while longer, he would have seen a busty, crimson redhead 17-year-old young woman step out from behind a tree, who arrived during his rebirth. She's a third-year student who's 5 foot 8 inches tall with crimson red hair that reaches down to her thighs, with a single ahogue sticking out from the top and loose bangs covering her forehead and side bangs framing her face. A buxom figure and DD-cup breasts, beautiful blue-green colored eyes. And wearing the Ko Academy girls' school uniform, which consists of a white long-sleeved, button-down shirt with a black ribbon on her shirt collar worn under a black shoulder cape and matching button-down corset, a magenta skirt with white accents, and brown dress shoes over white crew-length socks. She is the girl who suffered from the recent perverted trio incident, the leader of Ko Academy's occult research club, and one of the 2 great ladies of Ko Academy, Rias Gremory. Naruto-kun, she thought, putting a hand to her fast-beating heart, you really were the descendant, the Twilight Celestial all this time? Yes, Rias Gremory has fallen for the leader of the Special Investigation and Disciplinary Committee, Uzumaki Naruto, the feeling in her heart returning ever since she saw him hang out with her best friend Akino one day. Back during the incident at school with the perverted trio, she was relieved that Naruto, along with the girls in his harem, defended and protected her and her friend from those lustful perverts. She did not appreciate her body being viewed upon as if someone was window shopping. Even though she in love with Naruto, Rias was finding it difficult to confess to him, with one of the reason due to the fact that she found that her best friend Akino was in love with Naruto too, for the same reasons, and the fact that he has a harem already. They were both attracted to everything about him, from his personality, his foxy charm, his academic performance, and his sexy body. To them, he was the ideal man to spend their lives with. I'll have to talk to Akino tomorrow. I've stalled on that conversation long enough. Now that Naruto-kun's reborn, hopefully he'll side with us devils and join my peerage, and maybe save me from him, Rias thought with determination, looking at a picture in her locket of 2 kids, reddish blonde-haired boy and a redhead girl, and started following him discreetly. Meanwhile nearby, Naruto sneezed. No doubt a sexy lady's talking about yours truly. Must be one of my girls or the fangirls, the worst kind. He thought, unconsciously rubbing his left arm, which was starting to pulse with a foreign energy that Arwen recognized. What the? Drake? What the hell? How did you get into Naruto-sama's body? Me? I've always been here, hibernating, until the kids' Ascension woke me up. Looks like things are going to get real interesting. Indeed. End of Chapter 2. Chapter 03, Invitation from a Devil. Opening theme, Trip Innocent of D by Larval Stage Planning. Uzumaki Mansion, think Lara Croft's manor from the first Tomb Raider movie. Uzumaki Naruto is a fearless individual. He can stare into the face of death and give it the double gun salute, like he did in his battle against Rainier. Hell, he'll do even the DX chop. That and the 3 Japanese gods, Kami, Yami, and Shinigami won't let him or his clan die due to their blessings. But when it comes to facing his mother's wrath. Naruto? Yeah. Currently, our hero is being chased around the mansion by his pissed-off mother, Uzumaki Namake's Kushina. She has long bright red hair, blue eyes, 5 foot 9 inches tall with a slender but feminine build, an hourglass figure, and a pair of soft yet firm and bouncy JJ cup breasts. Her current outfit consists of a tight, electric red turtleneck and black jeans that showed off her curves, and blue shoes. You gotten yourself killed by a mere fallen angel? Pay the price! She shrieked as she threw a horde of kunai with Naruto dodging. No disrespect, Mom, but I prefer not to get killed again, thank you very much. Naruto countered, dodging his mother's water dragon bullet and activating his symbiotic ability, and shot some black webbing from the bottom of his wrist to stick to the ceiling to swing across the huge living room to the other side. The water dragon completely missing him and crashing through a wall. Meanwhile, Naruto's little redhead sister by a year, Uzumaki Namake's Narumi, shook her head. She highly doubted that Kushina would kill Naruto, considering his now awakened bloodline. He'll be fine, she assured herself as she went to the kitchen to have some of the maids make her a snack. Back to the chase, Naruto took refuge in a chandelier, but Kushina, using impressive reflexes, bounded off the glass roof and tackled him, making both of them crash through the expensive lighting and onto the soft sofa in the living room with Kushina not letting him go. Naruto struggled for a bit before feeling his shirt dampening. Naruto's eyes widened when he realized that his mother was crying into his shirt. I feared the worst when I couldn't feel your presence anymore. I was worried sick until you came back. Please be more careful next time, Naruto-kun, she whispered, tightening the grip on his shirt. Naruto sighed, now understanding his mother's plight as he rubbed her back and kissed her forehead. I'm sorry, Ka-chan. I let my guard down for a second, but I'm fine now, see? He said, waking his arms around. Are you sure? Kushina asked while wiping her tears. I mean, now you're involved in that damn war, and my extension, all of us and the clan. Naruto shrugged. I think it's for the best now that I think about it. The fallen angel targeted me because she thought I was a future threat. Who's to say that the other fallen angels will target the other people in the city, as well as rest of our friends and family, because they think that they're a threat? I'm not gonna let them do what they want. Kushina scratched her head. I never thought about that possibility, but you're right now that I do think about it. Even me and the other girls might be targeted. I'll have to double no, triple the security here in the mansion. And now that I've completely awakened my powers, you can leave Ko Academy and the surrounding district to me. Kushina nodded, when remembered something. Wait, isn't the school under the jurisdiction of the House of Gremory, as well as the city? Yeah. I'll have talked to Akino-chan's best friend tomorrow. Apparently she's in the House of Gremory. But for now, I got you and the girls a present. A present? Naruto nodded as he activated Kamui, spitting a knocked-out fallen angel Rainier out of his pocket dimension and onto a heap on the floor. A fallen angel? Kushina screamed, jumping back in shock while summoning her Yuzuken katana. What the hell, Sochi? Calm down, Ka-chan. I haven't even got to the good part yet. Naruto said as the mansion's residents, mostly Naruto's sisters and other girlfriends/servants, gathered, wondering what was going on. She's the one who managed to off me, so. What? The combined screams of all the girls in the room nearly blew out Naruto's now sensitive ears as he clamped down on them with his hands, with Rainier jerking awake, dazed and confused. Inside voices, and can you all please let me finish? Naruto yelled, unleashing his alpha aura to shut everyone up. And Naruto-sama, what's going on? Rainier asked timidly. Naruto-sama? What Kushina started, all eyes on Naruto now, who played it cool. After I was back from the dead, I saw, and kicked her ass. Naruto grinned, jerking his thumb at Rainier, who was starting to shiver at all the girls' killing intent. After the ass-kicking, I hit her with its Kyumi Kaisei. I was about to kill her when Kiyomi-chan stopped me, saying that it would be a waste. Death would be too merciful for her, and I agreed. So after the Kyubi twins and Yoko's treatment of her, I made her a slave to me, and our clan. She's now mine, Ka-chan, and my present to you and the girls. You all get to have some quality time with Rainier over the next few days. By quality time, Naruto's blonde-haired twin sister, Naruko, started slowly, tilting her head. Do you mean? Yep. Naruto nodded. I'll put restriction seals on her. She needs to learn that happens when she crosses the clan, and learn the consequences of defying us. You know, use your imaginations, and try not to kill her. Now if you ladies will excuse me, I'm heading to my room to eat a snack before heading off to bed. For me, the next couple of days will include me training in my powers after school so that something like my fight with Rainier won't happen again. Naruko, Narumi, Naruhi, Naruna, can I see you girls in my room in a few minutes? Waving, he headed up to his room, leaving a screwed Rainier with Kushina, her daughters, and their maids. We'll be right there. Naruhi said inside. Come on, Naruko, Narumi, Naruna. Hi, Wani-chan. The girls' chorus nodded. All right then. The rest of you, leave Narukun alone for a while. Kushina ordered. Now that his bloodlines awaken, most of the undesirable in the three factions are sure to come after him, and all of us included. Understand? Hi, Kushina-sama. They all chorused as Kushina looked down on Rainier. Good, now what to do with you, Rainier-chan? Rainier was figuratively pissing herself as Kushina's eyes turned red with slits, and gave Rainier an evil smile while cracking her knuckles. Mercy? Rainier squeaked, as the pressure from the killing intent kept her glued to the floor. Not a chance, you little bitch. Hinata-chan. Hibana-chan. Take this pathetic fallen angel to that room. Make sure she's as comfortable as possible. The Hyuga twins quickly picked up either arm of Rainier and dragged her down to the basement. A cry of pain from Rainier was heard when Hibana decided to close one of Rainier's chakra points with a juken, gentle fist, strike for the fun of it. Ino-chan. Nia-chan. Get ready to work overnight. Hi, Kushina-sama. The twins' blondes chorused as they went to get their things for torture and interrogation. Kushina-sensei, what about me? I can be of some use. Asked a woman with dark violet hair styled in a short, spiky ponytail, light brown, pupilless eyes, and wearing a black, Spiral Corps Special Forces uniform. Are you sure, Anko? Kushina asked. We're not trying to kill her here. But she killed Naruto-kun, Anko whined. Point taken. Come join us then, even though it's overkill having you around. Naruto's room later. So Naruto and I, what do you need from us? Naruko asked as Naruto turned from his desk to face his sisters all clad in their pajamas. Uzumaki Naruko, also known as Uzumaki Namikaze Naruko Sparta, Naruto's twin sister, and Kushina's middle child. She's 17 years old, 5 foot 5 inches tall, has long blonde hair tied into pigtails, icy, electric ocean blue eyes, whisker marks on her cheeks, and a lean, slender hourglass figure with F-cup breasts. Uzumaki Narumi, also known as Uzumaki Namikaze Narumi Sparta, Naruto and Naruko's younger sister by 1 year, and Kushina's fourth child. She's 16 years old, 5 foot 5 inches tall, has long, red hair hanging down her head and violet blue eyes, looking similar to her mother Kushina when she was young, whisker marks on her cheeks, and a lean, slender hourglass figure with E-cup breasts. Uzumaki Naruhi, also known as Uzumaki Namikaze Naruhi Sparta, Naruto's older sister, Kushina's eldest child, and the reincarnation of the Lord of Spirits, Milla Maxwell, and the goddess of the world, Claire Lightning Farron. She's 20 years old, 5 foot 8 inches tall, has long, semi-wavy blonde and red multicolor style hair with an ahogue, and heterochromia eyes with her right eye being blue and her left eye being violet, and a lean yet slightly muscular build, and an hourglass figure with G-cup breasts. Uzumaki Naruna, also known as Uzumaki Namikaze Naruna Sparta, Naruto's youngest sister, and Kushina's second youngest child. She's 14 years old, 5 foot 2 inches tall, has medium short hair with red hair on the left half and blonde hair on the right half, violet eyes, and developing hourglass figure with C-cup breasts. Are you girls doing anything tonight? Naruto asked, tapping his desk with his finger as they shook their heads. Nope, Oniai-chan. Narumi replied, it's a school night, so we'll be going to sleep after we leave your room. As for myself, I plan to transform, into my 17-year-old self and transfer to your school. Naruhi said, due to the fact you can't stay out trouble. It was just one time. Naruto grumbled, scratching his head, it won't happen again. But are you sure? I graduated from the University of Tokyo early, so I'm absolutely positive. And since Naruna here has no school to go to since Konoha Academia decided to we'll sneak her into Ko Academy with help from our friends at the Ministry of Education. Naruhi decided, with Naruto nodding. Well, you don't need to henge into a younger form. Believe it or not, Ko Academy actually has a college as well on the school ground, so you can easily enroll there. There's also talks about adding a grade school and junior high school as well. Naruto pointed out. Huh, sounds good. Naruhi said, nodding, I'll enroll in the college, and Naruna can be temporarily enrolled in the first-year classes. Excellent. Yay. So, what do you need from us, Oniai-chan? Naruna asked, bouncing up and down. Naruto held out his hand, and materialized 4 balls of white light with dark electricity arcing across them and rainbow-colored energy flowing out of them. The fallen angels are sure to come after us since they screwed up in trying to off me, and since we all share the same heritage and bloodlines from our Ka-chan and Tusan, you girls share the title of descendant with me by default. I don't want my sisters going through the same ritual as me, so... Before the girls could react, Naruto thrust his hand out, the energy spheres speeding towards the girls and entering their bodies at the same times. Hey! Narumi shrieked as energy started to arc off her body just like her sisters. What did you do to us? Naruna asked, looking at the energy arcing off her body curiously. Giving your bodies and bloodlines a jumpstart. Naruto replied, the process should be completed after a good night's rest. You could have warned us, or even asked permission first, Naruhi said reproachfully. He would have, but where's the fun in that? Better now than later since the fallen angels are starting to move. Besides, I can't let Naruto and I have all the fun since he's awakened. Naruko giggled, and sighed as she felt power welling up inside her. You have a point, but Naruhi grumbled, what about Tsubaki? Uzumaki Namikaze Tsubaki Sparta is the youngest of the Uzumaki Namikaze siblings at 8 years old. She's currently residing over at Yuza Island, watched over by the CEO of Spyro Corp., Uzumaki Mito. Naruto shook his head as he went to his bed, she's too young and currently still in training. For now, you ladies can thank me later, because now that that's done, I'm going to sleep. Oniai-chan, are you sure my power should be awakened too? Naruna asked nervously. Oh, you'll be fine. Naruko said as she started leading her and Narumi out of Naruto's room, you can sleep with me if you want. Good night, Naruto and I. When Naruko, Narumi, and Naruna left the room, Naruhi turned to Naruto, there won't be any pain from this, will there? There might be if you're still awake, so I suggest going to sleep right now. Naruto said, though there will be some mild discomfort, you'll be too deeply asleep to notice. Thanks, I feel much better. Naruhi said sarcastically, I'll sleep with the others to comfort them, just in case. Please do. Naruto nodded as he laid down and covered himself. Good night. Good night. As Naruhi stepped out of Naruto's room after turning his light off, she smiled. So, he's using Kiyomi's, Kurami's, Kagura's, and Arwen's chakra to jumpstart our bloodlines. Not bad. Better later than never. Arigato, Oturo, little brother, she whispered, looking back at Naruto's now sleeping form. Naruto's room, Monday morning. The light shined through the curtain in Naruto's room as its owner woke up and yawned. Damn it, Kiyomi-chan, Kagura-chan. Did they really have to force me to train in my mindscape on a school night? They're so getting it next time. Maybe Kurami will help me this time. Sitting up, he stretched and rubbed his eyes until he noticed something out of place. Oro? He mumbled, lifting up his blanket to find himself in the nude. Where's my shirt and briefs? I never sleep, commando. Looking around his room, he found his shirt and briefs on the floor, along with another pile of clothes nearly folded that were not his, especially the pair of black and pink bra and panties that topped the pile. What hell? He muttered, looking to his left to find a body-sized mound next to him covered with the other half of his comforter. He pulled it back to find his redhead schoolmate, Rias Gremory, sleeping next to him, just as naked as he was in all her glory. One of the two great ladies of Ko Academy, Rias Gremory. How the hell did you get in the mansion and in my room, huh? He started sniffing, the scent of her making him facepalm. Wait, Minato, of course, Gremory. You're. The redhead started moving. She rubbed her eyes and opened them. Is it morning already? She asked before getting up to stretch and yawn, showing her full, bouncing breasts for Naruto to see. Yeah, it's morning, though I like them better if they started later. Naruto deadpanned, looking at her breasts before looking at her yawning face. Rias' eyes then locked onto a less than amused Naruto and smiled. Oh heyo, good morning, Naruto-kun. Yeah, ohayami foot. Naruto snapped. What are you doing sleeping with me in my bed? Not that there's anything wrong with that, he added, smiling slightly with a tick mark on his head. Well, Rias playfully adopted a mock-thinking pose. I was stalking you, but then a stray cat got in my way, getting me lost on the road of life. Naruto's sweat dropped. Sounds like a certain scarecrow I know, he thought as Rias hung her leg from Naruto's bed and leaned her head on her other knee. Apologies for the late introduction since this is the first time we're speaking to each other, she said as bat-like wings suddenly emerged from her lower back. I am Rias Gremory, a devil. Nice to finally meet you face to face, Uzumaki Naruto-kun. Likewise, Rias Gremory-san. Naruto-kun. Naruto paled when he heard his mother's voice coming from the hallway. Oh. Naruto-kun, wake up! You're supposed to be down for breakfast by now. Kushina called out, her voice getting closer. Hinata-chan, Hibana-chan, Ino-chan, and Nia-chan already went ahead. Of all the days she decides to come wake me up, I'll be right down. Just hurry up. Your sisters are already eating. Just because you're a special student who has the backing of the Ministry of Education, doesn't mean you should abuse your privileges. Rias giggled as Naruto rolled his eyes, grabbing his briefs and quickly pulled them on. Then he grabbed a blanket and wrapped it around Rias' body. You're not going to try and hide me? Rias asked, cocked her head to the side. Ka-san would detect you anyway. Naruto explained, might as well get it over with. Naruto-kun? The door opened and Kushina poked her head through the door to find Naruto pulling his shirt on, and Rias looking at her in curiosity. Oh hey, oh ma'am, she greeted cheerfully. Kushina blinked, her brain currently trying to process why a foreign young woman is in Naruto's bed while he's getting dressed. Oh hey, oh, Ka-chan. You know you're gonna catch flies if your mouth continues to hang open like that, Naruto said wryly as he rummaged through his closet for a clean uniform. We'll be right down. Ahai, we'll be waiting, Kushina said slowly as she backed out and closed the door. Your mother's really beautiful, Rias commented as she hopped out of Naruto's bed. Are you sure you're her son? I checked my own birth certificate myself, Naruto said, quickly putting on his uniform, so I'm 100% positive. Switching gears here, why did find you sleeping next to me? Don't tell me you were here all night. I was, Rias confessed as she pulled her underwear on. I thought I should share my power to help you heal from your battle with that fallen angel from last night. So, you were there, eh? How much did you see? Naruto asked, putting his headband on. I arrived when you went through your ascension, and fought back against the fallen angel, Rias said as she put on her brasse. Naruto turned around to find Rias back facing him. Mind hooking my bra? She asked. Don't mind at all, he said, getting to work. By the way, why were we both naked? You better not have tried to rape me while I was sleeping. Of course not, silly. Rias giggled as Naruto finished hook her bra. I'm still a virgin. As for the we were naked, I told you. I shared my demonic powers to speed up for healing process by hugging you. It only works through direct skin contact. I was worried about you after all. Thanks, but you didn't need to, Naruto explained to her as he started getting dressed. The many inherited DNA in my bloodline involved regenerative and accelerated healing, and instant recovery overnight. But I guess I should thank you for not letting my powers work overtime just as they awakened. You're welcome, Naruto-kun, Rias said happily. May I call you Naruto-kun more often? As long as I can call you Rias-chan. Deal. Say what? The mansion shook the mansion as several shouts echoed throughout it. Naruto looked over his door and sighed. Sounds like Ka-chan told my sisters and maids about you being here. How did you get in anyways with all the security we have? I just used a magic circle, Rias replied as she started putting on her uniform, using the flyer you got from my familiar during your date with the fallen angel. Oh, Naruto suddenly received a flyer from a bat-like girl in town during his date with Rainier. I'm guessing it was no coincidence. Rias just hummed to herself in response, with Naruto shaking his head. Hey, Rias-chan. Have you met before? Rias smiled. Who knows, you really don't remember me, but this is a start, Naruto-kun. Uzumaki Mansion, dining room, a while later. Ohio, my precious mother and sisters. For those who don't know her, allow me to introduce one of the two great ladies of Ko Academy, Rias Gremory, leader of the occult research club at our school, Ko Academy. I'm Rias Gremory. Nice to meet all of you. Naruko grunted while finishing her last bit of toast. Narumi and Naruna smiled and waved at her. Naruhi, wearing a Ko Academy uniform like her younger sisters, eyebrows twitched but gave a semi-forced smile all the same. It's nice to meet you as well, Rias-san. Kushina began calmly with an eerie smile, slowly showering her with her killing intent as a Christian-style Hanya mask appeared next to her. I know you're a devil. I can smell it. Just don't try to charm us with your demonic power, because that'll get you killed here fast and Justin Bieber's getting shot on that cop show back in America. I'll keep that in mind. Rias answered back with an eerie smile of her own, countering with her own killing intent and not affected by Kushina's Hanya mask that was scaring the maid. To even attempt it against a Kitsune Hanyu damper like yourself would be considered suicide, no matter who I am. I'm glad we understand each other, Kushina said, her fox ears popping out of her hair, her 9 foxtails spouting from her back, and her canine teeth elongating as sparks flew between her and her fellow redhead, scaring the crap out of the others in the mansion. Well, that escalated quickly, Naruto thought as he just finished downing his cereal. Naruko shook her head and turned towards her brother, who put on his book bag and guitar case. Are you done? Naruto gave a wide smile. As a matter of fact, I am. He then looked at the clock. It's time to go. Knock it off, you two. Rias let up at Naruto's command, but Kushina didn't, so Naruto went over to his mother and smacked her in the back of the head, knocking her out of it. Oh. Curse you, boss, for teaching my son that, she whined, holding her head and grumbling under her breath about letting her children meet America's NCIS, whose Spiral Corp helped out multiple times. You had it coming, Naruto told her before turning to Rias and his sisters. Let's go. As Naruto, his sisters and Rias filed out, Kushina thought to herself, be careful, Narukun Mina. Ko Academy. Look! Uzumaki Naruto, Uzumaki Naruko, Uzumaki Narumi, and Rias Gremory? Arriving in school together? Ah, it's like a dream. Naruto-san. Rias Onisama. Naruko-chan. Narumi-chan. But who are those two? They look similar to Naruto-san and his sisters? Could they be their other sisters? Is this what we have to deal with? Naruhi asked, eyebrow twitching as she held Naruna close. A warning would have been appreciated. What? You didn't have some fans back in high school? Naruto teased her. Naruhi knew Naruto had her there. Touché. Naruto-kun? What is it, Rias-chan? Rias turned to him. Can you come by the occult research club later on today? Naruto shrugged. Sure. It'll give me the chance to check out the building you and your club operates in. Excellent. I'll send one of my members later. See you after school. As Rias walked away, Naruna asked, so, what do Naruhi Wanchan and I have to do? The school looks huge. Just stick with Naruhine for now. Naruhine, head to the administration office to get registered. Naruko told her, if all goes well, we can get Naruna registered as an observer so she'll know what to expect in high school. Not to mention join SIDC so that we'll be close. We'll meet back up at lunchtime, Naruto said, with his sisters nodding in confirmation. Girls' changing room, after school. You guys have got to be the most suicidal bakas I've ever had the misfortune to encounter. Naruto growled, lording over the perverted trio, who were cowering in front of him shaking, as they were caught by him red-handed in the girls' locker room. What exactly crossed your pathetic minds to steal panties, eh? We were just Issei began, as he and his two buddies paled, you know. What should I do with you guys? Naruto wondered, adopting a thinking pose. I already feasted on you 3 enough times to give me indigestion, so... Naruto took a deep breath and yelled out for everyone still in the school to hear, what are you 3 morons doing in the girls' locker room? The perverted trio now were white as ghosts as a mass of girls from various clubs stormed into their changing room to find Naruto, now with his eyes closed, towering over Issei, Matsuda, and Motohama. Are you all decent? Naruto asked, getting replies of hi, Naruto-san, allowing him to open his eyes to find the girls in their club uniforms. Good. Era. May I ask what's going on? Asked a raven-haired beauty who just entered the room. She's a 5'6" tall buxom young woman who is around the same age as Rias, with long black hair and violet eyes, her hair tied in a long ponytail, reaching all the way down to her legs, with 2 antennae sticking out from the top and sloping backwards, with an orange ribbon keeping it in place. Like most of the girls at Ko Academy, she wears the customary Ko Academy girls' school uniform, along with black knee-high socks. Just a bunch of perverts stealing underwear, Akino-chan. No need to worry, Naruto informed his friend, whose eyes were smiling, but her face was not. What's wrong? But Naruto-san, one of the girls said shakily, the locker, those 3 are ATIS Akino Onisimas. Naruto blinked and looked around to find Akino's nameplate on the open locker the trio broken into, confirming her story. He then looked down on the now doomed individuals with slight pity. May your souls rest in peace, you poor sons of bitches, he simply said before proceeding to walk out of the girls' locker room. Have fun, ladies. A few steps later, 3 agonizing screams can be heard for miles, with giggles of glee mixed in with them, bring a smile to Naruto's face. Naruto-senpai, a feminine voice called out behind him. Naruto looked over his shoulder to find a beautiful, 5'5" tall young woman with long blonde hair, gray eyes, a pretty face, a slender figure with D-cup breasts, and like the rest of the girls of Ko Academy, she wears the Ko Academy girls' school uniform, which consists of a white long-sleeved, button-down shirt with a black ribbon on the collar, a black shoulder cape and matching button-down corset, a magenta skirt with white accents, knee-high white socks, and black shoes. Oro, Ko Academy's princess, sophomore Kiba Yumi. Naruto greeted her, turning around to face her, looking to sparring with Shernai again as usual. Sorry, not today, Naruto-senpai. I'm here on behalf of Rias Gremory-senpai. Yumi revealed respectfully. Naruto raised an eyebrow. Ah, you must be the errand girl then. Never guessed you to show an interest in the occult. You'll be surprised, Yumi said, smiling cutely. Oh, Akino-senpai. Naruto turned to find Akino coming up to the two with a pep in her step. Did you have fun, Akino-chan? Yep, she said with an eerie, sadistic smile before her face returned to normal upon seeing Yumi. Are you going to the clubroom? She just came to pick me up. Naruto waved his hand towards the direction to outside. Lead the way, ladies. Occult Research Club. Ring Machi Machi? Naruhi, what's up? Yes, okay, I understand. Just be careful, alright? Good. Okay, Ja-any. Naruto closed his Spiral Corp manufactured smartphone. Naruhi and Naruko is taking the others back home. Naruko will be coming back for me soon, he explained, answering Yumi and Akino's questioning looks. I see, Yumi said as she opened the mahogany-colored doors. We're here. This is the Occult Research Room's meeting room. This is your first time here, right, Naruto-kun? Akino asked. Yes. Nice digs. Naruto complimented as he looked around. That's right, Akino-chan's the vice president of the club. The clubroom interior was a wood-paneled room with Victorian-style couches and chairs along the walls. One side was set up to be able to be used as a bath, and a large magic circle that Naruto guessed was there to allow teleportation, since Rias-chan left the same magic circle in his room. Lighting the room were several candles. Sitting on one of the couches in the middle of the room was a petite girl around 15 years of age with white hair and hazel eyes and cup size ranging between mostly B and slightly C. At the front, her hair has 2 long bangs going past her shoulders and several loose bangs hanging over her forehead, while the back has a short bob cut. She also wears a black cat-shaped hair clip on both sides of her hair. She wears the Ko Academy girls' school uniform, albeit without the shoulder cape. Right now, she's eating a snack, not noticing the others. To think the cold fish freshman Kaneko-chan would be in the club as well. Naruto mused as he sat next to her. Naruna said the school was big. The school's actually a small place. Oh, Uzumaki-senpai, Kaneko said, finally noticing Naruto. Hey, Kaneko-chan. Naruto greeted her, ruffling her hair. How life? Kaneko shrugged and continued to eat her snack, ignoring her upperclassman's attempt to get her to open up. Naruto then turned to his side to find the shower was on, and Akino going in with a pile of fresh clothes. Bucho, President, I brought you a change of clothes, she said. Rias-chan must live here, Naruto guessed, looking at the outline of Rias' body. Geez, she could install the door or something. Is this really a clubroom like Yumi claims? Thanks for waiting. Rias stepped out of shower, fully dressed and drying her red hair with a towel. Sorry, I spent the night at your place, so I had to. Naruto shook his head. It's all right. Rias nodded her head, then proceeded to start the meeting. Well, everyone's here now. Welcome to the Occult Research Club, Naruto-kun. Happy to be here, but occult research? Now that I look closely at the room, I don't see any skulls, potions, or weird markings on the wall aside from that magic circle. What's the story? Naruto asked, since the room looked anything but a place to study the occult. The Occult Research Club is a mere facade. Nothing more than a hobby. Rias explained. I'll be frank with you, Naruto-kun. Everyone in this club are devils. Naruto blinked twice, then eyed Akino, Kaneko, and Kiba with calculating eyes, unconsciously summoning his devil bringer on his right arm. Seriously? But when everyone's wings spouted from their backs, Naruto sighed. Okay, I'm convinced. A school club that's actually a front for devils? What else don't I know here? So, what do you guys actually do? Considering what I just learned, I highly doubt you guys really study the occult. Rias nodded as she sat on the table, guilty as charged. It serves as a cover for us devils and in order to get out of school activates in case of an emergencies, such as hunting down a stray devil or to take out a fallen angel. I'm sure you know the history of the war between the angels, fallen angels, and us devils, right? They were under the guise of bedtime stories Kasan told me. The angels served the Christian God himself, but some angels who rejected the biblical God's teacher decided to be frisky and give into their lust by raping innocent human and devil women, therefore becoming fallen angels. The devils didn't like that, so they fought back in retaliation, putting the angels on the defensive, until they are ordered by God to eliminate them and the fallen angels. While the angels are cozy in the sky, the underworld is split between devils and fallen angels, with the two factions are fighting for control. Devils make contracts with humans while fallen angels use humans to try to kill humans. The angels also does something with humans similar to devils, but we don't know exactly what yet. Did I get that right? Naruto asked, soaking in the surprised looks of the other members. Rias' sweat dropped at Naruto's quick summary, but surprised at his knowledge of the subject. That's basically right in a nutshell. You're good. What can I say? I'm a quick learner. So, what's the real reason you called me here? Surely it's not to educate me on the history of the war. Rias cleared her throat. It was now or never, you're right. I was wondering if you would join the Occult Research Club, and by extension my peerage. I assume you know of the evil peace system and I believe the role of a knight would suit you greatly. Naruto blinked. Join her peerage. Become a knight? If he joins her peerage, he'd be siding with the devils, and the actions the angels and fallen angels would take if they hear worries Naruto greatly. Plus, since his powers awakened, he still has to train in order to control them. Plus, there's something else. After a few moments, Naruto's devil bringer sunk back into his skin as he answered, Sorry Rias-chan, but I hope you understand that I can't answer that invitation immediately. I still have fallen angels to deal with and I have to learn how to control my new powers. I'm not saying no here, but at least give me time to think about it, please. Rias' face fell at his answer but brightened at that last part. I understand. Take your time. The door is always open for you. Thank you. Naruto returned the smile, then looked at his watch. I got some paperwork to finish up, then my sister's picking me up, so I'll see you all later. As he opened the door, Akino called out to him, Naruto-kun. Will you and your sister need an escort? Like you say, the fallen angels are still out there. Hey, it's me, Naruto assured her as he left. Are you sure this is okay, Bucho? Yumi asked her king, considering someone of his status possibly joining us. This isn't for the war, Rias said, stroking her hair. I have my reasons. Ending theme, STUDY by Stylopes. Outside. Naruto stopped and sniffed the hair. With his senses now increased, he could smell them out there. Looks they're out to play already. Guess that paperwork will have to wait. Hitching up his guitar case full of weapons, Naruto heads off where the nearest scent is. Looks like you may have some fun planned for me, right, fallen angels? End of Chapter 3. Chapter 04, Attack of the Fallen Angels. Streets. I thought that we only had to worry about fallen angels, but I guess we forgot about you fuckers. Naruto sighed as she scratched her head. She was walking back to Ko Academy when she felt several holy energy signatures with dark auras converging on her location. When she turned down an empty street, her pursuers made themselves known. That's far enough, you unholy halfling! Shouted a dark brown-robed individual with his subordinates nodding. You don't allow you to get in our master's way. What are you talking about, you baka priest? Naruto snarled. I'm only going to pick up my twin, and you're the one who's picking a fight, not me. Now I suggest you go away before you get hurt. Naruto was about to storm away when a sharp object grazed her cheek, causing it to bleed and stopped her in her tracks. She put a finger to her cheek and saw her blood, her eyes turning to red slits as her wound healed. You may have holy blood, but it's tainted with demonic power. The priest shouted. You and your family are too dangerous to leave alone. You fuckers can't leave well enough alone, can you? Naruto screamed. I tried letting you walk away, but now. She shot her right hand out with rings materializing on her fingers. A red ring with the gem in the shape of a heart on her index finger, a white ring with the gem in the shape of a diamond on her middle ring, a black ring with the gem in the shape of a spade on her ring finger, and a yellow ring with the gem in the shape of a club on her pinky finger. My power is still trying to mature and stabilize, Naruto thought as the gem on her red ring starting shining with a red card with a large, stylized R and heart designs appearing in front of her. In that case, it's time to test that out. Releasing restriction 7929, activating HVSS, code red. The card shattered in front of her, leaving a bright red orb with the force of the release making the wind blow about. Be careful, my comrades! The priest cried as he and other priests tried to stick to the ground, show no fear in the face of her sorcery. Naruto brought her hand to the orb and grabbed it, the orb forming into a large, red gun. Smirking, she channeled energy into the gun, causing it to transform a large scythe as tall as herself. Shurikai, initial release, Crescent Rose, she announced, twirling the scythe around before pointing the deadly weapon at her opponents, blasting killing intent at them. Naughty kids deserve to be punished. Come get some, you ugly sons of bitches! Despite soiling themselves from Naruto's killing intent, they nevertheless let out frightened battle cries as they charged at Naruto, who smiled a fanged smile and licked her lips. Opening theme, Trip Innocent of D by Larval Stage Planning. Empty lot. Should be right around here somewhere, Naruto muttered as he arrived at an abandoned lot where he sensed a fallen angel lurking around. An empty lot, eh? No one here either. Looks I've been lured here. Cue battle theme, Devil May Cry 3 battle theme, Taste the Blood. Naruto dropped his bag and kicked his guitar case open with rebellion shooting out of it, and into his hand just in time for him to duck a blue light spear aiming for the back of his head. Whipping around, he looked up to see a 6'3" tall middle-aged looking gentleman with short black hair, dark blue eyes, and his outfit consisted of a pale violet trench coat over a white dress shirt with a matching ascot tie, black pants and shoes, and a black fedora. Behind him were his black angel wings, identifying him as a fallen angel. Looks like I missed. How unfortunate. The fallen angel said, and here I was hoping to end your miserable existence. Worry not, however. I, fallen angel Donasek, will put you to rest soon. Sorry, buddy, but it ain't my nap time yet. Naruto said, getting into his sword stance. I think I'll eat you to death instead. Bring it. Donasek threw his light spear at Naruto, who deflected it with a lazy flick of rebellion, with the light spear returning to Donasek. Naruto then charged forward with a stinger, the blow connecting with Donasek's light spear, sending him back. Donasek righted himself with his wings and charged at Naruto, engaging him with a flurry of sword strikes. Are all you fallen angels one-trick ponies? Naruto asked as they deadlocked. I mean, come on. Don't tell me you're holding out on me. Naruto broke the deadlock and swung rebellion in a wide horizontal arc, aiming for Donasek's neck. Donasek managed to dodge the decapitating blow and lunged forward with a stab. Naruto shot his foot forward and kicked the light spear out of Donasek's hand, and booted him in the face, sending him into a tree. Naruto rushed forward, putting rebellion on his back, and summoned Devil Arm, Agni and Rudra, a pair of unique orange and light blue-colored scimitars with serrated edges. When Naruto got in close, he executed Jetstream, twirling Agni and Rudra around to alternate slashes. Donasek resummoned his light spear to defend, but the force of the slashes were too strong for the fallen angel to handle. What's with this kid? Donasek thought, panicking, the force of these blows are monstrous. When the attack was done, Naruto quickly put away Agni and Rudra, and summoned tripartite Nunchaku Devil Arm, Cerberus. He flipped forward, using an attack called Crystal, swinging Cerberus as he went, hitting Donasek multiple times with the final blow encasing him in ice. How about a little tune? Naruto declared, putting away Cerberus and summoning Devil Arm, Nevin, a curious-looking guitar that acts like a scythe. First, a tune-up, Naruto said, strumming the guitar for a bit, before running a sliding forward on the ground, creating a violet electrical storm/lightning pillar covered with electrical bats. And now a little jam session, baby. Naruto's attack broke the ice and electrocuted Donasek, blasting him into the sky. And for the final touch, Naruto said as he put away Nevin and grabbed Rebellion off his back, some frequent round-trip flyer miles, just for you. Naruto threw Rebellion, with Donasek crying out in pain as Rebellion hitting him multiple times before returning to Naruto, who then channeled energy into Rebellion, which in turn spitted out an orb that Naruto grabbed, the orb turning into a bluish silver-colored claymore with a blade that's long and double-edged, with a forward-facing edge curving outward to form the guard. It an alternate version of Rebellion Naruto called Soul Rebellion. God too? Donasek exclaimed in shock. Yep. 3's a party, and 4's a bitch. Naruto turned Soul Rebellion into an oversized red and black battle axe called Arbiter, and hurled it towards Donasek, who tried to get away, but wasn't fast enough, as Arbiter latched onto him, allowing Naruto to pull him back down to the ground, hard. Naruto drew back Arbiter, the blade turning back into Soul Rebellion as he walked over to the downed fallen angel. Putting both rebellions onto his back, he used telekinesis to summon Blue Rose from his guitar case into his left hand and pointed it at Donasek. D-damn you! The fedora-wearing fallen angel seethed, finding it difficult to get back up due to the pain. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, Naruto said, smirking, pointing the gun at Danasik. Battle music fade out. Naruto-san, watch out. Before he could pull the trigger for the kill shot, a pink light spear came out of nowhere and stabbed itself into Naruto's left hand, making him drop blue rose. Son of a bitch, Naruto swore as the light spear dissipated with blood flowing out of the hole in his hand. Could you be a little more specific, KOSMOS? He growled as his implanted AI, KOSMOS, appeared right to his head in holographic form with long light blue hair, shining blue eyes, and wearing a visor, a pair of gloves, a choker, a belt, boots, and a special Type X bodysuit. Sorry, Naruto-san. The new fallen angel came out of nowhere too fast for my sensors to detect, but please be careful next time, KOSMOS apologized as she retreated back into Naruto's head. Man, I was off. I was aiming for your heart, grumbled a cute female voice. Naruto jumped away from Danasik and looked over to the side to find a girl with blonde hair styled in twin short side ponytails, blue eyes, and wearing a gothic Lolita outfit, which consisted of a black Lolita dress with white frills, a large black bow on the front, and a green jewel embedded on the collar, white thigh-high socks, black shoes, and a large black bow on top of her hair. Wouldn't make a difference anyway, short stock, Naruto said, putting up his hand to show that it's instantly healing. I guess I'll have to try harder in his stead, the female fallen angel said, summoning another pink light spear. Isn't it supposed to be your bedtime, you what the? Naruto's left arm suddenly pulsed with energy, making him hold it. What's going on? An opening! The female fallen angel squealed, throwing her light spear that soared towards Naruto's heart as his eyes suddenly went blank. Mindscape. Naruto opened his eyes to find himself in the mindscape she shared with his sisters, which taken the form of a huge plain with skyscrapers on the horizon. I'm far from the main area, Naruto thought as he looked around. What's going on? Suddenly, a ring of fire came out of nowhere to surround Naruto, who took a defensive stance and looked around wildly until he found Arwen behind him. Arwen-chan, Naruto started slowly. What the hell's going on? Arwen pointed her finger behind her main master, asked him. He requested me to pull you in to see you. We finally meet at last, descendant of Sparta. What the? That voice sounds kinda familiar, huh? Naruto whipped around and came eye to eye with a huge red western dragon with its green eyes shining red at the moment. Who are you? Naruto demanded. How did you get inside me? How? The red dragon repeated. I've been with you ever since your birth, hibernating until now. Your goddess girlfriend sealed me inside you around the same time Arwen-sama, and your dragon of the darkness flame sealed herself into you, so I wasn't detected. As for who I am me. I've always been talking to you, but you never heard me unless you were asleep. And now? Naruto asked, as he felt his arm pulse again, and Arwen interlaces her fingers with Naruto's other hand. I just wanted to greet you since we'll be fighting together from this day forward, Ibu, partner, since you're more than capable to wield my power. Ibu, huh? Naruto gave a slight smirk. All right then. When I retire for the night, you and I might have a long talk, but for now, I believe introductions are in order. He's Drake, one of the 3 heavenly dragons, Naruto-sama. Arwen informed him. He's known as the Welsh Dragon and the Red Dragon Emperor. He is also feared among the 3 factions for his destructive powers. However, despite all of that, he still doesn't hold a candle to me when I release my full powers, but he's still useful. I see. Naruto nodded to Arwen and kissed her on the cheek, making her blush, before turning his attention to Drake, who muttering something along the lines of Arwen always having him and a white guy by the balls. Nice to meet you, Drake. My name is Uzumaki Naruto, but of course, you know me as Uzumaki Namikaze Naruto Sparta. Right now, I'm in a fight with a couple of fallen angels, and thankfully, time's slow here for me because an hour here is a minute outside. For now, you owe me rent. So for that, I'll take whatever you got to offer. Drake looked surprised for a moment before laughing out loud. You didn't need to go that far, but you got balls, Gaki, I'll give you that. Very well then, Naruto Ibu, take the scared gear that is my power and go forth. You have my blessing. Drake roared and spat a stream at Naruto, who shot out his pulsing left arm to grab the flame. At the same time, Arwen channeled her power through Naruto, the result being a crimson and silver light engulfing Naruto and his mindscape. Go get him, Naruto Iba. Show them the power of the dragons, Naruto-sama. Empty lot. Naruto blinked, and saw a pink light spear heading straight for his heart. Sorry, Shortstock, but you'll have to do better than that. Time seems to slow down as Naruto balled his left hand into a fist and brought it into the flight path of the light spear. As he did, a green jewel popped out of the back of his hand, followed by a red dragon's scales that spread across Naruto's wrist and arm before forming into a red armored gauntlet. Letting out a dragon-like roar, he punched through the light spear, the force of the blows sending a floored Danasi crashing through several trees and the female fallen angel spiraling through the air, screaming. Juchaku, equip, Naruto said as he drew back his fist. Sacred gear. Sacred gear? Danasi repeated as he dislodged himself from the tree. You. Damn you! The blonde-haired fallen angel shrieked, as the force of Naruto's attack shredded her clothes, showing off most of her petite body. I'll never forgive you, you hentai! She charged at Naruto, who prepared to counterattack, but Danasi cut her off. Enough! He shouted, the way we are now, we can't hope to defeat him. Not yet, he said, beside, we're stalled him long enough. It's time to go. But now, we must get that before we try to kill them again. Danasi snapped before grabbed the gothic fallen angel before flying off. Grr, fine. She growled, you just wait. I middled, will have my revenge. You better remember this, you hentai. But Naruto wasn't bothered by her threat, as what Danasi said alarmed him. Stall me? What the hell does me mean by that dash? Don't tell me. Naruto clicked his tongue, using sound style to release a pulse that covered a 10-mile radius. What came back made him swear loudly. Son of a bitch! He yelled as he used Shundu, Flash Step, in the direction of the park where he originally battled Rainier. Streets. Naruto spun her scythe around before swinging it in an arc. The blood wiped off it and splattered onto the street as the last priest fell. Damn it. I've spent way too much time on you assholes. Naruto snapped, stomping her foot on the ground. I avoid your vitals, so dying is completely up to you. Naruto-sama. Naruto looked over her shoulder to find Spiral Core Zero Squadron, aka the garbage collectors. Hey you guys. Can you all be deers and take these pieces of crap into Yuzu Island to be interrogated? And call for the cleanup crew while you're at it. Ma'am, yes ma'am. The Zero Squadron chanted as they set to work. Now then, to find Naruto and I, Naruto muttered as she bounded away from the scene. Park. Naruto appeared in a crimson flash near the fountain only to find a yellow light spear embedded in the gut of one Highschool dxd. He looked up to see a tall, 5'10" tall buxom woman with long, navy blue hair that obscures her right eye and brown eyes, and her outfit consisted of a violet, open trenchcoat-like top with a wide collar, giving view to her breasts and cleavage, a matching miniskirt, black-heeled shoes, and a gold necklace around her neck. Behind her back are her black angel wings. You have got to be shitting me. This is a joke, right? Naruto exclaimed, before laughing out loud. Highschool dxd, off by a lady with big boobies? Oh man, the irony. TCH, you're here. The lady quipped, no matter. My job here is done. Hey, booby lady, Naruto called out to her after getting control of himself. Of all the people in this city, why this kid? Why kill someone who lives and breathes a pay 24/7? I fail to see the logic here. I'm under no obligation to explain myself to you, but I'll tell you this. The lady said, blame God for putting a dangerous sacred gear in his being. That's all. So you fallen angels are killing people who potentially have dangerous sacred gears, eh? Naruto cracked his knuckles. Unfortunately for now, you just killed a student of Ko Academy, and as the leader of Ko Academy's Special Investigation and Disciplinary Committee, I can't let this action slide. I'm going to eat you to death, fallen angel. Naruto leapt up at the buxom fallen angel, his sacred gear cocked back, ready to send her to hell, but Calwarner dodged his attempt with widened eyes. You've awakened your sacred gear, the fallen angel gasped. TCH, damn it. This wouldn't have happened if Rainier just left you alone as Azazel-sama ordered. Naruto then summoned a magic circle beneath his feet and bounced off it towards Calwarner, but he dodged again and flew higher as Naruto landed on the ground. I have no more reason to stay here. The fallen angel said, I stand no chance against you until we get that. Remember this, I am fallen angel Calwarner, for the next time we meet, it will be your end. She threw a light spear at Naruto, but the blonde deflected it as Calwarner flew off at high speed. Oh, as expected from a one-trick pony. She retreats fast if nothing else like her friends. Naruto noted, but she doesn't matter right now. Naruto looked over at Issei, who but fading fast from the wound in his gut. Naruto-senpai, Issei said weakly. This may sound cold Aragaki, but you're fucked. Naruto said as Issei coughed up blood. What the hell happened? Please don't mean that you got all pervy with that lady. I swear to you that I didn't, Issei protested, though I would have liked to grope her luscious fun bags before she killed me. Despite Issei dying, it did not stop Naruto from bending down and giving him a dope slap on the back of his head for that last part, albeit softly. He then noticed a slip of paper in Issei's hand, which he examined. Oh, this is Naruto said as the sheet of paper started glowing, as a large Gremory clan magic circle suddenly appeared on the ground next to the two males, and out of the magic circle came Rias Gremory. Yo, Rias-chan. Nice night, isn't it? Naruto greeted, with the redhead looking surprised to see Naruto. Naruto-kun? What's going on? How did you summon me? She asked, confused. Naruto put his hands up. I didn't, but I think he did mentally. He was holding one of those flyers bearing the magic circle. Is this how you get clients and create contracts with them, I take it? That right? Rias confirmed, then noticed Issei. What happened to him? How did he dash? He was targeted by a fallen angel for having a sacred gear and was fatally injured by her by the time I arrived from fighting another fallen angel. He now has only seconds to live. He shouldn't died like this, and there's nothing I do since I'm training my powers. It's too bad. I'm sure he would have made a good pawn. Rias frowned, wondering what he meant, until she finally understood. While they both disliked Issei for his major perverted tendencies, no one like him should die like that. And Naruto just discreetly requested her to resurrect him. If I do his, he'll be reborn as a devil, Rias said, as a pawn piece appeared in her hand. Are you sure about this? He just better hope that whatever sacred gear he has, it's useful. Naruto shrugged before adopting an evil grin. If not, you could always take back your evil piece, and use him as cannon fodder. Oh, good point. Very well, I command thee, Highschool dxd, on my name Rias Gremory, become my servant, and lead a new life as my pawn. There was a bright flash of red light as a Gremory clan magic circle appeared beneath Issei, with the evil piece floating from Rias' hand over Issei's body before sinking into him. I hope I don't regret this, Rias muttered, looking over at her crush and finally noticing the gauntlet on Naruto's left arm. Naruto, cut that gauntlet. Oh, this? Naruto waved him arm around. It's my sacred gear. Cool, huh? It hasn't awakened completely yet. Naruto flicked his arm down, his sacred gear disappearing in flames, just as yellow flash appeared near Naruto, revealing it to be Naruto, wielding her crescent rose. Naruto, are you all right? She asked before looking around and noticed Rias. Hey, Rias-chan. What are you doing here? I was summoned by him. Rias answered, nudging her head towards Issei, who lost conscience after being turned into a devil. Damn! Naruto exclaimed, what the hell happened to the pervert? 2 words, my lovely twin fallen angel. Naruto deadpanned, making Naruto's jaw drop. Are you serious? Naruto grounded out. Is he dash? He's now a devil. A pawn in her peerage now. Naruto explained, with the hope that his sacred gear is valuable to her group in exchange for reviving his dumbass. Rias-chan, are you okay with this? Naruto asked the female devil. Now you have a pervert in your peerage. It's okay. Rias assured her. Besides, I have Akino and Kaneko to keep him in line, and my heart's already taken. Naruto smiled at the blush on Rias' cheeks. Know who she meant as Naruto lifted Issei onto his shoulder. The last thing you need to do is to sleep naked with this pervert to heal him. I'll take him to his room at his house and heal him with a few spells. Naruto said, see you tomorrow, Rias-chan. Come on, Naruto. Naruto winked at Rias and walked away with Issei on his shoulder as Naruto dismissed Crescent Rose and walked in stride with him. I hope things work out, Rias thought to herself, looking at Naruto and Naruto's retreating backs before teleporting out of the area via magic circle. Ending theme, STUDYXSTUDY by Style Pes. The next day, Naruto grumbled to himself as he headed to school. After arriving back home with Naruto, they were smothered in hugs from their mother Kushina and their sisters, happy to see them return home safely. Naruto suspected that despite him awakening his powers and bloodline, his family couldn't help but be worried sick. Then again, can't blame them, especially Kao-san after her sensing multiple fallen angels outside. Naruto thought, closing his eyes and rubbing the back of his head, just what are those damn fallen angels up to? Some of them said that they wouldn't challenge me until they get that. Just what exactly are they trying to get? They have been after humans with sacred gears like Hayadu. And what's with those damn priests who attacked Naruto? Could they be oof? What the? His train of thought was interrupted when someone ran into him, bounced off his body, and crashed onto the ground yelping. Naruto just opened his eyes as he took a step back to see whom exactly he ran into. It was a young girl around 15 to 16 years of age and 5 foot 1 inch tall with long blonde hair that flowed all the way down to her back, with split bangs over her forehead and an antenna-like strand sticking out from the top, sloping backwards, green eyes, a modest C-cup breast size. An outfit consisted of a dark teal nun outfit with light blue accents, a white veil over her head with light blue accents, a brown satchel slung on her right hip, brown boots with black straps in an X-shaped pattern, and a silver cross necklace around her neck. Right now, she was face down on the ground on her knees, her dress bunched up exposing her white panties for the whole world to see. Wah! She whined as she rolled over on her rear, shaking the cobwebs out of her head. Why did I trip again? I'm such a klutz. Huh! She opened her pure and innocent green eyes to find Naruto standing there with an amused look on his face as he stuck his hand out. Oh, I'm sorry! She squeaked. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. More importantly, Are you all right, Sister-san? He asked. Looks like you took quite the spill there. Yes. Thank you very much. She replied as Naruto helped her up. I'm Asia Argento. Nice to meet you. Likewise, Sister Asia. Naruto replied back, giving her his signature foxy smile that made her blush. I'm the leader of Ko Academy's Special Investigation and Disciplinary Committee, Uzumaki Naruto. What is this strange energy reading I'm getting off her? Naruto, though, as they looked deep into each other's eyes, does she possess a sacred gear? End of Chapter 4. Chapter 05, A Nun and an Exorcist. Uzumaki Mansion, Living Room. Kushina-sama. What is it, Tayuya? Lying on the sofa board, Kushina looked over to see a Uzumaki Tayuya, a young girl who's 5 foot 4 inches tall with long, untamed red-pink hair, light brown eyes, D-cup breasts, and wearing a modified Uzumaki clan-made outfit that looks similar to a French-made outfit. I'm here with a status update on our new friend, the fallen angel Rainier. Ino and Nia found some kind of block on her memories, along with implanted ones as well. Implanted memories? Kushina repeated, sitting up interested. Can you tell what they are? The blondies are working on it, but personally, I think the bitch never meant to become a fallen angel. So far, some of the implanted memories are of her raping and killing an innocent boy. Tayuya reported while grimacing. We should wait until Naruto gets back so that she can tell him what she's told us about the fallen angel's plans, and then we can remove the block. Alright. For now, keep her under observation. I'll be down in a bit to question her myself. Kushina said, getting up and stretching. Yes, ma'am, for now, me and Kin will continue to play some sweet tunes for our prisoner, Tayuya said, bowing before heading back to where Rainier is being held. Blocked and implanted memories on a fallen angel? What the hell's going on? Kushina thought, scratching her head before her eye widened. Don't tell me she only used to take down Naruto as an unwilling participant? If so, who's the real culprit? Streets. Meanwhile, Naruto was escorting Asia to her destination after repacking her suitcase that fell over when Asia ran into Naruto. If you're lost, then this must be your first time in Japan. Are you on a trip? Naruto asked. Oh no. I was appointed to this town's church. Asia replied with a smile. I'm so glad I've met such a nice person like you. It must be divine guidance. Yeah, I guess you can say something like that, Naruto agreed, discreetly referring to the blood of a god he has swimming in his veins thanks to his ancestor Zeus. The blondes then heard crying, with both of them looking over to see a little boy on the ground with a bruise on his knee. Asia then walked over to the little boy with Naruto following closely behind. Don't cry, it's just a scrape. You're a boy, after all, Asia said, rubbing the boy's head, who stopped crying. She then put her hands over the boy's injury, and to Naruto's surprise, the 2 rings appeared on her middle fingers as it glowed green with a green light emitting from her hand and on the boy's injury. This feeling Naruto thought as his left arm pulsed lightly, watching as the boy's injuries heal. I was right. She has a sacred gear, and it heals. Looks like there's more to you than meets the eye, Asia-chan. Look! Your wound's gone. It's all right now, Asia said, as she dispelled her rings and looked back at a curious Naruto. Sorry, force of habit, she said, sticking her tongue out playfully. After seeing the little boy off, Naruto and Asia continued onward, nearing the church that's located in the neighborhood. I must have surprised you, Asia said suddenly. A little, Naruto admitted. It's an impressive power. It's a wonderful power granted by God, she said before muttering to herself, yes, a wonderful power. Naruto sensed her demeanor changed a bit. Looks like she had a hard hand in life because of her power. Oh, looks like we're here. They stopped in front of the looming figure of the only church in town, with Naruto getting strange vibes off it. Last time I passed this place, it wasn't giving off this strange feeling. Naruto thought, what could have changed? Hope Asia will be okay here. This is as far as I can take you, Asia-chan, Naruto told her and lifted his bag over his shoulder. I gotta get to school now. You be safe, okay? Okay. She nodded as she bounded off to the church steps and turning around, waving at Naruto with a bright smile on her face. I'm so happy to have met someone as kind as you this quickly after arriving in Japan. I hope we meet again soon, Naruto-san. Naruto smiled back as he waved back at her. Turning around, he headed toward the direction to his school. I'll have to get someone to run surveillance at that church. I wouldn't be surprised if the fallen angels might have infiltrated it. Maybe Rainier can shed some light, since her friends are in town. Opening theme, Trip Innocent of D by Larval Stage Planning. Ko Academy, Special Investigation and Disciplinary Committee Office. Naruto was at his desk snoring, fast sleep due to boredom since he finished a stack of dumb paperwork while thinking about how to deal with the idiot that is the newly minted devil, the pervert Issei. While Naruto headed to the rooftop to eat lunch, he passed by Rias and Issei, the former scolding the pervert for following Naruto to the church, and warned him never to go near the church again since it was dangerous for a turned devil like Issei to step foot near there. Naruto was surprised, as he didn't sense the pervert following him in Asia, and figured that he had his mind on other things, preventing him from fully sensing Issei. That and Issei was no threat to Naruto. The pervert was about to provide a pathetic excuse when Naruto walked past the two devils and dopes slapped Issei on the back of his head while he was at it, and giving a wink to Rias, making the female devil blush. A pillar of fire suddenly appeared in the middle of the office, making the blonde jerk awake. Shooting up while quickly wiping the drool from his face, Naruto summoned his handguns Ebony and Ivory and pointed them at the figure exiting the now dying pillar of fire. The fire had spiky, neon orange hair, bright, orange slit eyes, feral whisker marks on his cheeks, an average but strong build, and wearing a black sleeveless shirt, an orange hakama, and no footwear. He also has orange fox ears and black goggles on his head, and a long black katana in an orange sheath strapped to his waist. Inari-san. Don't do that, you prick! Naruto snapped at the Lord of Foxes as he dismissed Ebony and Ivory. Hey Kit! Long time no see. How everyone's favorite Mazoka Hanyo Damper / Nephilim demigod Twilight Celestial doing? Inari asked, smiling his signature fanged grin that Naruto and his family knows really well. Bored out his mind, and trying to figure out what those fallen angels in town are up to, Naruto grumbled, sitting back down in his chair. Bored, huh? Then again, school can do that to you, no doubt. There's nothing wrong with skipping, you know. You could use the time to train, Inari suggested. I prefer hand-on training in and out of my mindscape when I'm not tired. How's Kami-chan, Yami-chan, and Shini-chan? Naruto asked, since he hasn't held from the 3 Japanese goddesses since his ascension. They're on a rampage, doing more than reading the riot act to the other fallen angels, and I have to take over their paperwork. Anyway, the reason I came by is that I got a job for you, now that you've awakened your powers, Inari said, producing a scroll and opening it. I haven't even begun the building plans for the Devil May Cry shop done, and already you have me working. Naruto groaned before straightening up. So, what's on the menu? Right, there's a stray devil along with some lesser demons we know and love running around in the area that need eliminating. I know you can handle it, now that you have your sacred gear, Inari told him. Stray devil? Naruto repeated. I believe I've heard of that in passing. What exactly is a stray devil? They're devils who used to be a servant to another devil. Sometimes, devils betray or kill their masters to go rogue, living life however they choose. The one you're going after is known as Visser, and according to my scouts, it's taking residence in an abandoned house flanked by mega scarecrows to lure people inside to eat them. Your mission is to eliminate them, Inari told him, closing the scroll and tossing it over to the blonde. Understood, Inari-san. What else can you tell me about stray devils? Naruto asked, wanting as much information on stray devils as possible. Just that some can be ugly as sin from the abuse of demonic power and being without a master. Without their masters to keep their powers in check, they become a great threat if their powers go beyond their control. The devils take these cases very seriously, and any devil who becomes a stray will be killed on the spot. At least from what I've heard, Inari explained. I see. Basically, they're more dangerous than the demons spilling from the demon world Makai. Very well. I'll take care of it tonight, Naruto assured him. Anything else? That's it, Kit. I know you'll bring results. Oh, and your friends from that occult research club might come around, so. If they do, I'll let them have the lesser demons so that they can train that perverted moron. Hopefully his sacred gear will be useful. That's okay, right, Inari-san? As long as Visser is dead by tomorrow. Have fun, Kit. Kami, Yami, and Shinigami might come visit soon. See ya, Inari said, and then disappeared in a pillar of fire. Gonna need new carpeting after this. Alright then. Naruto got up and stretched. I'll go patrolling after my last class, and then get ready to hunt tonight. Hopefully that stray devil's soul is powerful enough to have my Oni gauntlet devour it. Nighttime, abandoned house. Naruto stood in front of a large building that is the abandoned house, ready for action. He had sunglasses on and was dressed in a red trench coat with a hoodie attached to it and a black muscle shirt under it, black jeans, black combat boots, and a guitar case strapped across his back. Equipped on his right arm is his Devil Bringer and Oni gauntlet, and his sacred gear equipped on his left arm. In his right hand slung over his shoulder was the ancient, mythical known as the Manadu sword, currently in its sealed state. I should get paid for this, Naruto muttered as he walked into the abandoned house and looked around, his nose twitching. Arg, it smells, he growled as the smell of sex and blood assaulted his nose. Why can't I smell that fucker though? He wondered as his AI, Kaosemos, appeared next to his head. It's here, Naruto-san, it's somewhere in the shadows, she said. I advise that you wait until it makes the first move. Duly noted. Naruto answered as the sound of an eerie, seductive moan filled the room. I smell something bad. At the same time, I also smell something delicious. Will it be sweet? Will it be bad? Or will it be bitter? Then, a large pair of breasts came out from behind a pillar, followed by the body of a young woman with a long black hair, gray eyes, and a voluptuous figure. So, you must be the stray devil, Visser. Naruto guessed, cracking his neck. Sexy, I see that you're the type that does that the hell she wants, and not let her master get in the way, so you killed them. But don't worry. I plan on beating you into a just size to fit in the can recycling. Visser sneered, leveling a deadly glaze at Naruto. What an insolent young man. Just for that, I'll cover you in blood as red as your gauntlet. She cried out, cupping her breast and rubbing in pleasure. What an exhibitionist. Good thing that stupid perv's not here. Come then, stray devil Visser, Naruto said, giving a bloodthirsty grin as he readied Monadu and unleashed its unsealed state, with the kanji for darkness appearing in the hilt. I'll eat you to death. Visser stepped forward, revealing the rest of her body to be an altered centaur-like appearance, with her front legs featuring monstrous humanoid hands with red claws, and her stomach featuring a cavity with teeth that appears to devour her opponents, just as a bunch of lesser demons known as mega scarecrows appeared around her in a formation. Damn! If this was an ugly contest, you'd take first place, lady. Naruto taunted and gagged a bit. Man, you had such nice too. Talk about a waste. Naruto can admit that he's a pervert like the other boys in the school, but on a lesser level and not on a massive scale like the perverted trio and his godfather Jiraiya. But honesty, it was no thanks to the teasing and flirting from his mother Kushina wearing erotic outfits, later mimicked by Naruhi and Naruko, that Naruto became somewhat of a pervert, but he's able to quell those impulses completely. Luckily it wasn't a night of the full moon. Shaking his head, Naruto rushed forward and sliced a few mega scarecrows in half. His danger sense then went off, directing him to Visser, who had magic circles around her hardening nipples. Roaring, she fired off rounds and rounds of energy beams from her breast, making Naruto dodge out of the way, with one of the beams hitting a wall and melting it. Some Austin power bullshit, Not a bad trick, lady. In return, let me give you a taste of the powers of the evil pieces. I can use the review anyway. First up, Knight. Naruto shouted as he disappeared and reappeared in front of Visser, and proceeded to use trick to avoid her flailing attacks. They are worth 3 pawns. Knights gain increased speed and mobility, enabling them to perform high-speed attacks and maneuvers. However, their main weakness is their low defense, making them vulnerable to powerful attacks if they are not careful. Another weakness among knights are their legs. If their legs are injured, their mobility is greatly reduced. Yagyu Shinkajiryu, Ni no Tachi, Genjutsu, the second blade, Phantom Moon. Naruto spun around with his blade out at high speed, slashing away at Visser with omnidirectional slashes. Visor screamed in pain as Naruto's final 2-hit cut off both her monstrous humanoid hands. Naruto attacked also caught more Mega Scarecrow in the crossfire. Dead Spike. Naruto shouted, swinging his blade upward to materialize a black head with massive teeth that ate Visor's cut off arms before disappearing along with them and a couple more Mega Scarecrows. What's your next trick? Visor roared with rage in response as her beautiful features changed, bearing piranha-like teeth, pointed ears, and black scara. Die! She roared, opening her second mouth on her torso, displaying long rows of teeth. She lunged at the blonde, who put his sword on his back and turned his back to her as she clamped her jaws hard. At first she was happy that she thought she killed the blonde, but the feeling was replaced by horror when Naruto forced her second mouth open with no effort at all. Second up, Rooks. Think of them like Superman back in Metropolis in the States, without the weakness for kryptonite. They're worth 5 pawns. Rooks gain superhuman strength, leading to high offense and defense. However, they are not very quick, and can get beaten easily by a high-speed opponent. By the way, your mouth down here needs some extra strength tic-tacs, seriously. But rest assured, I can fix that. From his position, he threw powerful haymakers at Visser's second set of teeth, painfully knocking the teeth out literally, with the final punch being a leaping uppercut to Visser's face, sending her flying in the air. Next up, we have the good old bishops. They're worth 3 pawns. Bishops gain enhanced magical abilities, which they can use to conjure up a multitude of spells like offensive, healing, etc. However, more powerful spells consume most of their magical power, which takes a long time to regain, forcing them to use their power carefully or risk becoming vulnerable to physical attacks. Prepare yourself, Naruto said when a light blue dome surrounded Visser as unique spell circle and pillars of light appeared above her. I, who stand in the full light of the heavens, command thee, who opens the gates of the underworld. Come forth from the land of the dead, divine lightning. The end is near. Indignation. Multiple lightning bolts crashed through the abandoned house and hit their target, putting hole through the stray devil, paralyzing her whole body, preventing her from screaming out in pain again. And finally we have the queen. They're worth 9 pawns. Queens possess all the characteristics of rooks, knights, and bishops, making them the most balanced piece as well as the most powerful. Now what to finish you off with? Let's see. Naruto adopted a mock-thinking pose, tilting his head to the side when Viscera attempted to shoot him with the beams from her breasts. Oh, I know! Naruto twirled his swords around before swinging them at an incoming mega scarecrow that was rolling right at him. Batting it away, it flew straight through Viscera's chest, causing a fountain of blood to pour out as she screamed in pain. Then, Naruto raised his right index finger up, and with a grin, created a plain mini raisin shuriken, with 5 smaller Rasengan orbs each representing fire, water, wind, earth, and lightning circling around it. Dinner is served. I call this little number the mini planetary raisin shuriken. Any last words, Viscera? Kill me, she moaned out weakly, surprising Naruto a bit, but grinned all the same. Really now? Well then, don't mind if I do. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Naruto fired the mini planetary Rasengan into Viscera's chest, the little orbs burning, drowning, shocking, crushing, and slicing through the stray devil with ease as the orbs grew and consumed her body until there is nothing left except a bright orb, in which Naruto absorbed with his Oni gauntlet on his right arm. Well, that's checkmatize what I would like to say. Too bad I couldn't teach you about the king piece. All the king is the leader of their peerage, and pawn pieces? They're awesome if you know how to use them. Naruto yawned, noticing that there were 10 mega scarecrows left, just as he sensed a familiar magic signature, followed by 5 energy signatures. This as well, looks like they're finally here. They can make use of these scarecrows. I'm outta here. Dismissing his scared gear, Devilbringer, and Oni gauntlet, Naruto turned around and exited the roofless abandoned house to see Rias, Akino, Kaneko, Yumi, and Issei, who were all surprised to see him. Era, Naruto-kun. Akino said, happy to see her friend but wondering what he was doing here. Naruto-kun, what are you doing here? What happened to the stray devil? Rias asked, not sensing the stray devil. I kicked her candy ass. You can use those mega scarecrows to train the pervert. Have fun. Naruto answered as he walked past her and her peerage. As he was about to use her ration to leave, a scent caught his nose. Stopping in his tracks, he sniffed the air and caught the scent of blood. Human blood. The hell? Naruto muttered just as his cell phone rang. Yeah, Naruto? He asked as he started to run. Naruto, you need to get back to the mansion. We may have caught a break on what the fallen angels are up to thanks to Rainier. Naruto said, and there's also something else, but I'll leave that until you arrive. Right. I'll be on my way shortly, but there's something I need to check out right quick, Naruto replied as he disappeared via Crimson Flash. Midnight House A/N. I have no idea if the events in episode 3 happen on the same night, but this is fanfiction. I can do anything I want, lol. After a few jumps across the neighborhood, Naruto stopped in front of a house where the source of the scent of blood was emanating from, and wrinkled his nose when the heavy scent of blood assaulted his nose, making him scowl. Damn, it reeks. Someone better invest in some Febreze when I'm done here, he muttered, taking out the blue rose double revolver, closing the door behind him while entering the house, seeing that it was dark and that there were films of dust on the furniture in the hallway. Holding blue rose out in front of him, he silently stepped through the hallway, the scent of blood growing stronger with each step until he come across a door. Kicking the door in and stepping into the room, he finds a pool of blood leading to the site of a bloodied, mutilated corpse nailed to the wall. Per soul, Naruto thought before eyeing the traces of a magic circle. Was he one of Rias' clients? Fitting, isn't it? Punishment for the wicked, that is. Naruto turned to see a young man with short white hair and red eyes wearing clerical clothing, sitting on one of the sofas in the living room, relaxing. I'm quoting the holy scripture here, said the young man as he turned toward Naruto with his tongue out and a disturbing smile on his face, something you devils would never understand. And you are? Naruto questioned as the young man got up from the sofa, setting him on edge since the guy smelled of blood from the corpse. Who, me? The young man gave out a laugh as he bowed mockingly, staring at Naruto with one open eye. My name is Fried Selzen. A young priest who's part of a certain exorcist organization. He introduced himself as he launched into a ridiculous dance. QBGM, Terror and Destruction, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. A priest? Naruto repeated, sweat dropping at his stupid dance. But on guard all the same, you have got to be kidding me. Well, I'm definitely not some worthless shit like a devil. Fried said with an evil glint in his red eyes. This is your doing? Naruto snarled, pointing at the corpse in the room. Why? Since when do priests go around killing innocent people, eh? You're no longer human once you start depending on devils. End of the road. The end. That's why I killed him. Getting rid of shitty devils and even more worthless shits bedeviled by them is my job. He explained in glee, drawing a gun and a golden hilt, which formed into a blade of light. Ooh. Shiny. Naruto complimented, looking at the light sword with interest. So, what happens now, you so-called priest? Shall I enlighten you? I'll now stick this sword into your heart, and score a lovely headshot with this lovely gun. Fried leapt forward, surprising Naruto with his speed, and slashed at his neck. Naruto managed to roll out of the way in time. Something tells me that even if I tell you that I'm not a devil, you'll kill me anyway. Naruto commented as he put away Blue Rose, took out his Deca Driver, and equipped it to his waist while taking out his transformation card. No matter. After killing that stray devil, I could use another warm-up. Henshin. Dodging a golden bullet from Fried's gun by simply tilting his head to the side, Naruto inserted the card into the Deca Driver and closed it. Kamen Rider Decade. The Deca Driver announced as several holograms appeared and merged onto Naruto, donning him in the armored trenchcoat with the same color scheme as Kamen Rider Decade, as he flicked his green glasses open and put them on. A Kamen Rider? Fried gasped in shock. How can this be? They only appear on television shows. They're nothing but costumed heroes kids love. If you think I'm like them, you're sadly mistaken. Naruto deadpanned as he opened his ridebooker and took out a Kamen Ride card. Yes, this rider should do nicely. Quite fitting actually. Let me show you're sorry as a true exorcist. He inserted the card into his Deca Driver and closed it. Kamen Ride DX. The Deca Driver transformed into the Ixa belt as Naruto then pulled out the Ixa knuckle and slammed it into the palm of his hand. Ready. Once more Henshin. Inserting the Ixa knuckle into the Ixa belt, the belt announced, fist on as a fragment of light shot out, forming into hologram of Ixa and slammed into Naruto, changing the color scheme of his armored trenchcoat to white armor with blue and golden accents, and the main weapon, Ixa Caliber gun mode in his right hand. Now then, Naruto said airily as he put on a pair of red sunglasses that materialized, and bursted with power, completing his form change into Kamen Rider Ixa burst mode. You bastard! Fried yelled, banishing his weapon at Ixa. Ixa's one of my favorite riders. How dare you defile his greatness, you fucking devil! Naruto let out a taunting laugh as he changed the Ixa Caliber from gun mode to sword mode. Well, the users were a bunch of assholes until they got some character development, but enough about them. You should be more concerned with me eating you to death. BGM fade out. Cue battle theme, Fight for Justice TV size, Kamen Rider Kiva. Both combatants charged forward and caught their blades in a deadlock. Fried then pointed his gun at Naruto's head, but the reddish blonde ducked when Fried's gun went off and slashed at his midsection. Fried quickly blocked, but the force of the blow sent him crashing into the wall. Twirling his sword, Naruto lunged forward with a stinger. Fried attempted to stop him by shooting at him, but the bullets bounced off his figure. Fried then desperately threw his body to the side, with Naruto's sword implanting itself into the wall. Fried shot forward with a stab of his own, but Naruto countered with a snap kick to the face, sending him flying back, allowing him to quickly pull his sword out. Kokujin, Shippu, Empty Sky Form, Squall/Summer's Advance. Naruto shouted, swinging his sword down, creating a huge projectile wave that hit Fried dead on in the air, making him crash through the sofa he was previously sitting on, and into a wall again. Bansho Tenin, Universal Pull. Fried was then pulled forward towards Naruto, who then headbutted Fried when he got close, planting him on the floor. Naruto raised his sword and swung it down on Fried, but he kicked it off course and flipped back up onto his feet, flashing his signature smile. I have to admit, Devil, you're better than the Ixa on the TV show. Fried said excitedly and did a little jig. It's too bad you're a devil. You would have made a great exorcist for our church. You must be joking. I rather not. Naruto replied, cracking his neck. Shall we continue? I'm actually enjoying myself, so entertain me more. Gay, despite you being Ixa, I really hate cocky devils like you. Swords of Revealing Light. Fried shouted as he moved into attack. What? He also has the power to activate Yu-Gi-Oh card effect in real life too? Ixa thought, slightly panicking as he parried the blow, but Fried hit Naruto with a palm strike and muttered something. A loud ringing noise assaulted Naruto's sensitive ears, stunning him as light swords appeared and rained down around him, binding him where he stood. Shit! Naruto growled, struggling, I can't move. You're mine now, you stinking devil. Fried screamed in delight as he was about to bring his sword down, but a scream of horror stopping the priest in his tracks, making him and Naruto looked over to the door. Battle music fade out. It was a young woman in a nun outfit with her hand over her mouth and a look of horror on her face, staring at the mutilated corpse on the wall, a young woman that Naruto recognized all too well. Asia-chan? Naruto thought, confused, what the hell is she doing here? Oh, Asia-chan, my assistant. Fried said in surprise, his words making Naruto's eyes widen behind his glasses. Are you done setting up the magical barrier? Asia-chan is this nutjob's assistant? You have got to kidding me, again. Just what the hell is going on around here? Naruto thought fanatically before muttering, Kaos Moes, you there? Kaos Moes appeared behind Naruto's glasses on his Iron Man-like HUD. Naruto-san? I need you to contact the mansion and get someone over here to my location now, on the double. Naruto ordered her as he continued to struggle against the light sword binding him. I'm having a gut feeling that things are about to get real ugly. Right away, Naruto-san, Kaosamoe said as she proceeded to her task. This is Asia took a step back, sick to her stomach. Oh right, you're a beginner. Fried said, this is our job. We kill worthless people enchanted by devils, you see. And no way. Asia cried in disbelief, and then noticed Aixa for the first time. Who is? You keep some weird company there, sister. If I were you, I'd turn in my resignation papers. Naruto said, who was trying to break the binding swords by discreetly raising his power level. How that voice, Asia gasped as she recognized it. Naruto-san, is that you? Naruto blinked under his helmet. Wow. Good airs, Asia-chan. I'm impressed. He muttered. What? You know each other? Fried asked, surprised. Why are you? I was going home after exterminating a stray devil when I caught the scent of blood coming from this location after what I saw here. There's no way I was gonna let an asshole like this get away with killing innocent humans just because they rely on devils. Naruto explained angrily. Devils like you, right? Fried interjected, with Naruto countering with a death glare. Naruto-san's a devil? Asia asked, looking at Naruto with horrified eyes. I'm not like most devils. I won't deny I'm one somewhat, but I wasn't trying to fool you, because I'm so much more than that, Naruto countered, muttering the part to himself. Naruto-san, Naruhi will be here soon. Kaosamoe informed her master on his HUD. She'll be here in a few minutes, but she can get here quicker if you destroy the magical barrier. It's tampering with her own senses. The barrier must be blocking out the smell of blood. Damn it. Okay, Kaosamoe, I'll be sure to get right on that. Naruto muttered to his AI sarcastically, man, Ka-chan was right that blocking most of my power was going to bite me in the ass. Unfortunately, Asia-chan, devils and humans are incompatible. Fried said as he creepy leaned close to her ear, not to mention we can't live without the protection of the fallen angels. Can't live without the protection of the fallen angels? Naruto thought in confusion, wait, he's in the league with them? Well, let's get this done now. Fried said as he placed his own light sword close to Naruto's neck. Are you ready? Okay, that's it. Kaosamoe, get ready to activate burst mode again on my mark so I can get these damn binding swords off me. Naruto quickly whispered to his blue-haired AI as cracking appeared on the binding light swords thanks to his struggling, and focused the point of the blast on our dear priest-san. Roger that, Naruto-san. Kaosamoe confirmed, siphoning your gathered energy for maximum burst effect. Just make sure it doesn't hurt Asia-chan, and hurry up. The asshole's light sword's edge near my neck isn't exactly comfortable here, Naruto growled as Fried raised his sword. Even if you aren't, here it comes. Fried brought his sword down on Naruto, but stopped when Asia ran in front of Naruto with tears in her eyes, putting her arms out. Asia-chan? Damn it, can't activate burst mode like this if she's in front of me. Kaosamoe, stand by. Naruto ordered before shouting, Asia-chan, what the hell are you doing? Fried was shocked at his assistant's action, but didn't show it. Come on. Are you serious? Father Fried, I beg you. Please forgive this one. Let him go, please. Asia cried. Do you know what you're saying? He may be a devil, but Naruto-san is a truly wonderful person. And God won't forgive you for such a deed. You bitch. Don't give me that crap. Fried snarled as he lashed out with his sword, tearing the front of her robes and her white brow apart, exposing her breasts. Asia screamed as she fell to her knee and tried to cover herself up. Asia-chan. Team, burst mode. Naruto yelled, his glasses releasing his store power as his eyes turned red with slits, concentrating the energy in a sphere around himself, with the heat from the activation destroying the binding light swords as he got up and crouched down. Holding Aixa Caliba down in his left hand and steadying it with his right like a pool stick. Gatatsu! Naruto roared, charging forward while thrusting Aixa Caliba towards Fried's heart, but the insane priest sidestepped the attack with surprising speed. Naruto was about to follow up with a side slash, but Fried grabbed Asia and held her in front of himself, forcing Naruto to cancel the attack, giving Fried the time he needed to counterattack by pushing Asia aside, held his sword like a baseball bat, and swung, hitting Naruto with all his might, causing sparks to fly off his armor. The result being Naruto crashing into the wall on the opposite side of the room. Worse, his Aixa belt came off, with Naruto's Kamen Rider Aixa form disappearing as the Aixa belt reverted back to the Deca driver. Naruto-san! Asia cried, about to run over to him, but Fried held her back as Naruto fell face first onto the floor. You fucking bitch! Have you lost your mind? Fried snarled, shaking Asia roughly before holding her chin. The fallen angel woman told me not to hurt you, but I think you do need a little punishment. He slammed her onto the wall and pinned her arm above her head with his light sword, leaving her unable to cover her chest as he grabbed her left breast none too gently, making her scream out in pain, much to his delight. A chaste nun getting seriously fucked up by a priest. Doesn't that sound fun? Fried growled, his voice dripping with disturbing lust as his gun traveled up Asia's leg and stopped at her white panties. Doesn't that sound fun? No. Please don't. Asia screamed, fruitlessly trying to escape. Battle theme, Baroque and beats, Bianco Angelo battle from Devil May Cry 4. Before Fried could do more, he felt a tapping on his shoulder. Snarling, he whipped around, only for fear to grip his heart as the room was suddenly flooded with killing intent, with most of it being aimed directly at Fried. What? Fried stuttered, frozen in place as he looked into the eyes of the source, a young man with blonde hair and red tips gaining slivery white streaks and black strands, his whisker marks becoming more feral, the fangs on his teeth lengthening, and his blue eyes turning blood red with slits. It was Naruto in his Devil Trigger Grade 1 state. Fucking stray. Exorcist Naruto growled in a demonic voice as he summoned his scared gear on his left arm and his devil bringer on his right arm. Eating you to death is too good for you. I'm going to crush your very bones instead. He roared, forming a Rasengan in his right hand and slamming it into Fried's gut, sending him spiraling through the wall. Now taking off his red trench coat, he wrapped it around a stunned Asia. Stay here, he told her before jumping away from her and shot his right hand forward, a spectral arm coming out of it and going through the human-shaped hole Fried went through. Naruto then pulled, snatching a dazed Fried out of the hole. Why you bastard can't be, Fried growled out, with his words laced with fear. Those swords at right arm, you're a descendant of that damn legendary Dark Knight Sparta? Thanks for the update, stray exorcist. Naruto then proceeded to beat the holy hell out of Fried. First he delivered several brutal body shots to Fried's sternum, then added a couple kick strikes to his midsection before lashing out with his devil bringer, scratching Fried across his face. Fried wasn't able to display his anger. Naruto used Buster, lifting Fried up with the spectral arm of his devil bringer. He violently smashed Fried on the ground multiple times before moving on to bouncing him off the walls of the room, relishing in the priest's swearing and cries of pain. Slamming him back down on the ground, Naruto bent down, grabbed his head, and rained down blow after blow with his devil bringer, unknowingly switching in and out of a higher-level devil trigger form while he was at it. After the 15th blow, Naruto uppercut Fried Mortal Kombat style through the ceiling, with the priest crashing back through the other part of the ceiling away from Naruto as he summoned Rebellion and Soul Rebellion. Playtime's over, Naruto declared, pointing his swords towards the ground while closing his eyes to focus as several black and white angel wings fell around him. When he opened his eyes, a field of dark energy surrounded him, granting him a large burst of strength. He made a mad dash at Fried, who was woozily getting up, and struck at him with a cross slash with his swords before performing a combo of several slashes, riddling him with cuts. At the end of the combo, he jumped past him with another slash before using air hike to bound back towards the priest, shouting, "This is the final strike!" and slams the ground with both rebellions, yelling, "Mao Gokwenha, Devil's Hellfire!" causing pillars of fire to rise from the ground to incinerate priest. Fried screamed out in pain again, making Naruto laugh out loud in a mock evil manner, holding Rebellion in a backwards grip, gathering an 8-to-2 ratio of dark and light energy into the blade. Be devoured by darkness, and return to oblivion. Ein saw 4. He roared, sending the energy in the form of a slash flying at Fried, who attempted to block with his light sword. It was useless, as the attack broke his sword and left a huge gash on his chest as he was sent sailing, crashing back on the floor, and skidding into the wall, gritting his teeth in pain and clutching at his wounds. Naruto-san Asia was horrified by Naruto's display of brutality, but the only reason she didn't run away was because, unknown to her, somewhere deep in her heart, she was glad Naruto defended her from Fried, and she couldn't take her eyes off the action. Battle music fade out. "Bastard, who are you?" Fried asked as Naruto reverted out of his Devil Trigger level 1 state and dispelled both Rebellion swords. "You finally want to know who I am? Took you long enough," Buddy Naruto gave a smirk as he equipped Blue Rose and pointed it at Fried. "I'm a third year at Koa Academy and leader of its Special Investigation and Disciplinary Committee, or SIDC for short, Uzumaki Naruto, aka Uzumaki Namikaze Naruto Sparta." "Uzumaki Namikaze?" Fried repeated, now officially horrified. "It can't be. You mean you're one of the 6 siblings, who has the blood of humans, demons, devils, angels, vampire, and gods within you? The ones whose blood bonded perfectly with those species, classifying them as Mizokuhonyo Damper Nephilim demigods Uzumaki Namikaze siblings?" Asia was shocked by this revelation. Naruto Kunyori. "I see you're well informed. Too bad you didn't get the memo that a fallen angel killed me, granting me full access to my powers and abilities. Now normally I don't enjoy killing humans, but with you killing an innocent human followed by the attempted rape of my friend Asia-chan, I'm making an exception. You went too far. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker." Before Naruto could pull the trigger, Fried suddenly raised his gun and shot at Naruto, who moved his head to the side to avoid the bullet. What the hell? Naruto thought, his eyes widening as he saw steam coming out of Fried's wounds as they closed up. Team, you've been holding out on me. This is pretty bad. I know I'm crazy, but I'm not fucking crazy enough to continue fighting you since you activated my trump card, Fried said, using the wall to climb back to his feet. Looks like messing around is no longer an option. Father Fried, is Theta Regenerator? That means you, how could you? That's forbidden. Asia cried, but Fried pointed his gun at her and shot at her. Thinking fast, Naruto brought his arm out and yelled, Bansho Tenin, drawing Asia over to him, making her dodge the bullet. Eep. Asia squeaked as Naruto caught her and blushed when he held her close. That was a real Mobi move, asshole. Naruto snarled, and what's this regenerator Asia-chan speaks of? Before another word was spoken, a starry, multicolor portal opened up above them. Now what? Naruto snapped, pointing his gun at the portal as Fried started to laugh. Looks like my backup's here, he said. Despite your blood, there's no way even you can take on a swarm of fallen angels, you fucking abomination. Me and my friends will make sure you disappear in the light. For a being of the twilight like myself, don't count on it, Naruto said, kicking a sofa at Fried. That hurt. He wailed as the sofa landed on him, pinning him to the wall. Asia-chan, hold on tight, Naruto warned her as he prepared to use Shuinpa. But Naruto-san dash. Asia protested, but Naruto cut her off. If you think I'm leaving you with this asshole, you got another thing coming, Naruto said, grabbing a smoke bomb and threw it on the ground, filling the room with smoke. As for you stray exorcists, sleep with one eye open, because next time, I'm going to fucking annihilate you. He yelled as he used Shunpa to escape with his new friend in his arms, making Fried swear loudly as multiple fallen angels stormed the room as the smoke cleared. Outside, Naruto reappeared a few blocks outside the house on a random roof, with Asia over his shoulders facing the other way, his arm around her waist. Asia-chan, please tell me we're outside of that barrier? Naruto pleaded mockingly. We are. It was only set around the house. Asia squeaked as Naruto adjusted her position on his shoulder. Naruto-san, you didn't need to. Asia-chan, he was going to rape you. Naruto cut her off. You really want to work with a douchebag like that? Stop being naive. Oh. What's wrong? Asia asked as Naruto grumbled. Three twin, he whispered. At one, a red and yellow blur landed on front of Naruto and Asia, revealing itself to be Naruto's older sister, Naruhi, dressed in her casual outfit consisting of a tight dark orange shirt with no bra under it making her breasts bounce about, dark violet jeans, black sandals, and eclipsed sides strapped to her back. There you are. Where've you been? I could barely sense you the moment I got in the area, she snapped as she poked him every few words. Did you try your enhanced sense of smell, or even eagle vision? Naruto asked wryly. What was I supposed to smell or see? Naruhi stamped her foot in anger, before noticing the backside of Asia. Who the hell is that? A visiting friend, Naruto replied flatly as he shined away from his irate sister. Hey, get back here, I'm not done with you or your new friend yet, Naruhi shrieked as she went after her little brother via Haration. Ending theme, STUDYXSTUDY by Styla Pes. Uzumaki Mansion, living room, a while later. We asked you for the subtle approach, not the sadistic approach, Naruko shrieked, towering over the comically cowering Yamanaka twins. Why is that fallen bitch screamed like someone's drilling a hole through her skull? What the hell did you two do? Nothing, we swear. One moment we were still inside her head investigating, the next moment, her mindscape suddenly became unstable, forcing us out, and when we got back as our bodies, she was screaming that her head was splitting open. Ino quickly explained, waving her hands. We were near a memory during her last day as an angel when it happened. Before it did, I noticed a distortion in that memory, and when we got near it, that when it happened, Nia added, with Ino rapidly nodding her head in agreement. Naruko let out a growl of frustration and grabbed her hair. One moment she was busy in her room, having some alone time, but before she reached her climax, an ear-piercing scream of agony echoed throughout the mansion, interrupting her and prompting her to go investigate, with her running into Tayuya and her best friend and fellow maid-kin, who explained what happened. Enko then came up behind Naruko. Lucky Shizen was here to sedate her, but she's gonna be out until tomorrow, she reported. Looks like we'll have to wait for that little story she was gonna give Foxy-kun. Ugh, Ka-chan's gonna go nuts if she comes back from Yuza Island and finds out. Is there any chance you can contact Tsunade-san to get Mito-sama to stall Ka-chan from coming back until we get this situation settled? Naruko asked Enko. Well, Yugao-chan's on security detail with Mito-sama right now, and she told me that Kushina-sensei is personally in the States working a case with NCIS right now, Enko reported, with Naruko breathing a sigh of relief. Naruko-chan, what can me and Ino do? Nia asked timidly. You two can go get some sleep with recording AI in your heads so that they can record exactly what you both saw so that we can act accordingly tomorrow," Naruto told them. The twin sisters nodded and headed back to their rooms, just as Naruto suddenly appeared, with a dizzy-eyed Asia over his shoulder, with Naruhi appeared behind them shortly after, slightly panting. "Welcome back, Naruto and I, Naruhine," Naruko said in a sarcastic tone, and noticed Asia, "and I see you bought a friend. I didn't know you were into nuns. Now I only what to cosplay as next time we do it." "Laugh it up, Naruko," an unamused Naruto said, scowling. She was nearly raped by an insane exorcist who killed an innocent human just for wanting to use the services of a devil. Naruko, along with Naruhi, were both now horrified. "Say what?" they shrieked as Naruto set Asia on the sofa. "You heard me. Plus, he working with the fallen angels, and she's his assistant. She's a nice girl, but totally naive and innocent about the world," Naruto explained. "Did she just move here or something?" Naruhi asked. "From her name, it sounds like she's from Italy." "And it sounds like you know her personally," Naruko added, her eyebrow twitching. "She's Asia Argento, and I met her this morning on my way to school. She's appointed to this town's church, which I think is taken over by fallen angels," Naruto replied. "Well, that's just great. We need to hit them before they strike again. Speaking of which, it's time to interrogate Rainier," Naruhi said, but Naruko shook her head. "Not happening tonight. Something happened to her while we were searching her memories, and we had to knock her out. Hopefully we can take another crack at her tomorrow," Naruko told her, making Naruhi swear. For now, she should call it a night. "I assume Asia-san going to be staying here?" "Of course. She may have heard something in passing from that damn exorcist," Naruto said, getting up and walking upstairs. "Have Sakuya prepare a room for her. It's been a long night, and I'm going to bed." "I'll come with you," Naruko said, following Naruto to his room. "I need your help, by the way." "What kind of help would that be?" Naruto asked, missing his twin sister's mischievous look while yawning. "You'll find out soon enough," she whispered as they reached Naruto's room. Downstairs, Naruhi shook her head and eyed Asia, who was slowly recovering her dizzy spell. Raising her hand to her face, Naruhi hit Asia with a sleeping spell, sending her to dreamland. "Naruko hadn't seen it, but I've seen you in Rainier's memories. Something tells me that you coming here and being assigned to a church taken over by fallen angels is no coincidence. Hopefully you can help solve the puzzle of what the fallen angels are up to." End of Chapter 5. Chapter 06, Operation Saving Sister Asia. Special Investigation and Disciplinary Committee Office, lunchtime, the next day. Naruko slurped her ramen as the sound of Narumi sipping her drink through a straw echoed throughout the room. Naruhi was reading an ancient-looking book while Naruna wolfed down her lunch. From what Naruto said, that stray exorcist was able to wield strong powers of light, Narumi noted, taking a break from her drink. "Then, it's not just devils who become strays?" Naruna asked. "According to this, there are many who get expelled from the church and end up serving under a fallen angel. So, does that mean our dear guest Asia is one of those stray exorcists?" Naruhi wondered as I flipped a page. "Considering what nearly happened to her, no, besides, she just arrived in this country, and I sensed a pure and gentle soul within her. She's far from twisted to be a stray exorcist." Naruko deadpanned. "Wait a tick. Why the hell are we talking about Asia of all people being a stray exorcist? The real question is why she was suddenly assigned to that church? With the fallen angels flying around lately, the timings of her arrival is no coincidence. Plus, Naruto heard that asshole mention before he tried to rape her that the fallen angel woman told him not to hurt her," Narumi exclaimed. "Plus, he has a regenerator, which is also known as an illegal artificial sacred gear. And this book says that it can only be obtained by Naruhi's eyes widened at what she read and suddenly looked green in the face, before running into the private bathroom in the office. "You know, I don't even want to know what you just read," Naruko said dryly as the sounds of puking could be heard from the bathroom. "So, you think Naru and I will find Asia-chan?" "He better. Asia's an idiot for leaving the protection of the mansion after what nearly happened to her. There could be those priests you encountered running around town for all we know," Narumi replied, returning to her drink, as Naruko nodded. Then, Naruna gave a loud, comedic belch, making the others sweat drop. "Oni-chan will find her," Naruna said simply, "and then we can continue to protect her from the fallen angels." Naruko and Narumi just looked at her before giggling as Naruhi came out of the bathroom, dizzy-eyed. Neighborhood streets. Naruto was walking down the street, sniffing the air. He was looking for Asia, who suddenly had the brightest idea of leaving the mansion for some crazy reason right under Satsuki and Sakuya's noses. Right now he was closing in on her possible location. Is it so hard to watch someone these days? And why the hell did she leave anyway? It's not like we were gonna keep her there forever, damn it. Satsuki-chan and Sakuya-chan are so getting it tonight, and so is Asia dash. Naruto suddenly heard a loud rumbling that sounded like a stomach growling. He turned to see a nearby playground where a young woman was swinging on the swing set with an embarrassed look on her face. Shaking his head, Naruto strided over to Asia. Opening theme, Trip, Innocent of D by Larval Stage Planning. Uzumaki Mansion, Basement, Interrogation Room. Geez, are you two blondes done or what? Look, Tayuya-san, if you want some results, you can't keep asking me and my sister, every 2 seconds, are you done yet? Are you done yet? I'll tell you when we're finished, so pipe down a notch. Ino snapped, nearly losing her concentration as she and Nia continued to swim around Rainer's memories, trying to remove the block. Why don't you join Tenten-san and Kin-san in watching the church? You know, get some fresh air? Nia suggested. I would, but remember, I'm fucking protection detail, just in case our guest here decides to go batshit crazy. You two aren't very much fighters, you know. Tayuya said, take you for example, Ino. For your current so-called ultimate move, you launch the poor son of a bitch up into the air, then you jump and spin around like a ballerina, and then kick the poor bastard. Well, excuse me for being bad at taijutsu. Ino snapped, a tick mark appearing on her head. What about you? All you're good at is support, staying back to it others with those phantom leech thingies. At least I've been working on my taijutsu on my breaks in the danger room. You two should, oh I don't fucking know, join me sometime. Tayuya suggested innocently. Yeah, I think we will. Nia nodded, elbowing her twin to keep her from retorting. Ino grumbled as she and her sister closed their eyes to concentrate, as Tayuya started to play a low tune on her flute. Downtown, McDonald's, yes, that Mickey DS LOL. Something about your food you don't like, Asia-chan? Naruto asked, after watching Asia stare at her food consisting of a burger and some fries for about 5 minutes. Are there any forks and knives around? She asked timidly. Nope. Here's now you eat them, sister. Naruto said, picking up his burger and eating it. See? I never would have guessed they could be eaten like that. Asia asked, looking amazed. Suga. Then I'd better wash my hands. Naruto's sweat dropped when Asia took out a bottle of holy water. While Naruto is of course immune to holy water, he thought that her washing her hands with it to eat some McDonald's food was a little bit extreme and over the top. If you want to clean your hands, there's something humans invented called disinfectant wipes that kills germs. Here. He said, handing her a pack of wipes, which she accepted and used them to wipe every inch of her hands. Very clean, Naruto noted, with more sweat drops to appear on his head when she held her shining hands up with a proud look on her face. Asia then put her hands together. Now then, I should pray before the meal, Lord. After 30 seconds of praying done, time to eat. Was she praying to Kami-sama, or the biblical god the angels answer to? I have no idea, Kurami-chan, and I don't care, Naruto answered the foxy nine-tailed vixen in his mindscape as Asia took a bite of her burger. It's delicious, she exclaimed as she took another bite. I never had anything like this before. I guess you never got out that much at your previous church. By the way, why did you leave the mansion? After what happened last night, you were much safer there. Well, I thought I was free to leave at any time, so I decided to take a stroll around town. Then when I was resting at the playground, you came along, so... Naruto facepalmed, remembering that Naruhi told Asia to stay in the mansion until they got back from school, and as for her answer, Naruto was not buying it. Asia had looked away when answering his question, but looked back at him with a smile. It was obvious that something was going on, and she was hiding something. Asia-chan, what's really going on? Don't tell me you were planning on heading back to that church. Naruto-san, what's that place? Asia suddenly asked, pointing to the place called the game station across the street. That's an arcade center, and you didn't answer my sigh. Naruto scratched the back of his head. Looks like you won't be getting an answer from the innocent nun anytime soon. Do you want to go check it out? Huh. There's more to life than being faithful to your biblical god. Naruto told her as he started to pack their food into a bag. Come on. Uzumaki Mansion, Basement, Interrogation Room. What the hell did you dumb blondies do this time? Tayuya shrieked with her hands clamped down on her ears. Ino and Nia finally managed to destroy the last block on Rainer's true memories, getting rid of the false memories in the process. Before they could investigate them further, Rainer's mindscape suddenly started to rain a heavy downpour, a sign of overwhelming sadness and regret. It was so strong that it started to flood the mindscape, forcing Ino and Nia to retreat back to the real world to find Tayuya flat on her rear end covering her ears and Rainer breaking down, loudly crying up a storm while apologizing profusely. We destroyed the last block on her mind. That's all. It also caused her false memories to be destroyed as well. Whatever she remembered, it caused her mindscape to flood. Ino explained loudly and quickly. Which means? Tayuya shouted with several tick marks appearing on her head. We're seeing her real feelings. If she was faking it, it wouldn't have rained in her mindscape, causing it to flood. Nia stated calmly. If's that the case, then she'll have no problem spilling her fucking guts out. Tayuya said, going up to Rainier, grabbing a fistful of her hair, and forced her head up, revealing her tear-stained face. Now you fallen bitch, you're going to tell us what we want to know, or else. I'll do it. What? Ino and Nia mouths dropped. Tayuya's eyebrow twitched. Pardon? I'll tell everything I know. Why the fallen angels are in this town and targeting sacred gear users, Rainier whispered, scared out of her mind. Don't you mean yourself as well? Ino asked in an annoyed tone. But I never wanted to become a fallen angel. Rainier cried as she started bawling again. Ino, Nia, and Tayuya looked at each other, and then gaped at her. Huh. Local park, late afternoon. Did you have fun today? Hi. I've never had so much fun in my life, Naruto-san. Ha, now I know you're exaggerating. Naruto and Asia were walking through the park, on their way back to the Uzumaki mansion. They spent the last couple of hours downtown in the arcade center playing video games, trying out different outfits, in Asia's case, and taking pictures inside a photo booth. All in all, it ended up as a date Naruto did not plan on having, but no matter. Then again, who cares, Naruto thought, smiling at Asia, who had a stuffed animal named Rachu in her arms. So, what's your story, Asia-chan? How'd you came to possess the power you have? It's a long story, Asia said, looking away. Naruto shrugged, I've got nothing but time. You know part of my story thanks to that insane exorcist, so what's yours? Well, my parents abandoned me right after I was born. I was told I had been found crying in front of a small European town's church, and I grew up in the orphanage there. When I was 8, a wounded dog, close to death, wandered into the church. By myself, I prayed as hard as I could. That's when a miracle occurred. After the church found out about my power, the church treated me as a saint and I was worshipped. Soon afterward, I was taken to a big church where I was ordered to heal illnesses and wounds of Christians, and many were indeed cured because of this. The rumors started to spread everywhere, so people kept coming to the church seeking aid. The church guarded me heavily and treated me well. I was so happy that my power could help people, and was very grateful to the Almighty God who blessed me with this power that could help others. My heart was filled with appreciation. But since I was called a saint, normal people would look at me differently, and I started to feel lonely. I'm guessing that your days as a saint didn't last very long. Hi. One day, I encountered a man collapsed on the floor, heavily injured, and I used my power to save him. But the man I came across was... Let me guess, a devil, huh? Naruto guessed, grimacing as Asia nodded. Hi. An exorcist was hunting him, and after I healed him, he killed the exorcist and fled. I committed a serious sin for helping a devil. The people who called me a saint and worshipped me had branded me a heretic because I had the power to heal even devils. Before I knew it, I was expelled by the church. So your healing powers work indiscriminately. I see. So, that's why you had nowhere to go and got picked up by fallen angels. Naruto's face then warped into scowl. The stupidity of humans never ceases to amaze me. Sometimes they can be just as bad as a chaotic demon like Mundus. Guess they didn't like it that the same power that can heal them can also heal their enemy. But I never stopped praying to God and expressing my gratitude. Not to mention I never knew the terrible things they were doing. Asia-chan. The Lord must be testing me. If I can overcome this ordeal, I believe that He'll will make my dream come true someday. And that dream is? Naruto asked as tears started fall from Asia's eyes. To make friends I never have been able to make, but this time I'll make lots of friends. Together we'll buy flowers and books, chat normally, and everything. To be friends with to be able to. Well, you already made that dream come, Asia-chan. Eh? Asia looked Naruto, who was grinning. You already made a friend when you came here, and that friend is yours truly, right in front of you. And in the process you became friends with my sisters and my maids back home as they've gotten to know you. And if you enroll in Ku Academy, you're guaranteed to make even more friends. Really, Naruto-san? I mean, won't that cause trouble? Why are we still talking about this? So what if I'm a being of light and darkness and in between? So what if you're a nun? We're friends. We chatted and just had fun together, after all. That's all that matters. Naruto-san, thank you. Asia cried, hugging Naruto close. Anything for my precious friend, Naruto said, smiling. Then, Naruto's cell went off, making Asia jump back and blush when she realized how close she was to Naruto. Yeah? Naruto-kun. Where are you? Have you found Asia? Ino yelled through the other line. Pipe down. Yeah, I found her. We're on our way back to the mansion. What's wrong? You've got to get her back here ASAP. We know why Biz here and what Thebes and angels are. Biz. Ino-chan? Ino-chan? Naruto looked at his cell. What the fuck? No signal? Naruto-san? What's going on? Asia asked nervously as Naruto grabbed her wrist. We gotta go. Hold on, he said, putting her on his back piggyback style and started to run. He only got a few yards until... Oof. Naruto crashed into something, causing him and Asia to sail back and crash onto the ground. Naruto-san. Are you okay? Asia cried. I'm fine, Naruto said as he kicked up, holding his nose, and went over to the place where he ran into something and felt around. It's an invisible wall. Just great. Naruto-san. Naruto looked toward his shoulder to see Kaosamo's materializing and pointing behind him. Naruto turned to find 3 different colored light spear heading his way. Naruto quickly pulled out blue rose and shot the 3 light spears down. Oh yeah, this is really great, Naruto said sarcastically as he produced his favorite cross-hand seal, Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, Shadow Clone Jutsu. 4 shadow clones appeared around Naruto with their Rinnegan activated, awaiting their original's instructions. The 3 for you guard Asia-chan, and you get to breaking down the barrier with whatever weapon you can think of. 3 of the clones then surrounded Asia, each with a copy of Red Queen equipped, while the other clone equipped Beowulf and proceeded to pound the barrier, as the original equipped Rebellion and Ebony and Ivory. Well, if it isn't the 3 stooges, Naruto said, spotting the 3 fallen angels he encountered a few days ago floating in the sky, Donasek, Calawarner, and Middlet. I won't waste my breath. BGM, Crazy Shadow from Persona 4 the animation. Naruto grabbed Ebony and Ivory and opened fire on the fallen angels, who scattered away and flew higher into the air, but it did not stop Naruto as he increased the rate of fire. Kaosemos. Scan the area? Something's off here, Naruto shouted since it looked like the fallen angels were retreating. Roger. Running scan. Kaosemos closed her eyes and focused on her sensors as Naruto swore and summoned the rocket launcher Kalina and... Eat this. Hysteric. Naruto fired off scattering homing rocket at the 3 fallen angels, who flew around to avoid them. Naruto-san. Above you. Kaosemos cried, pointing upwards, causing Naruto to look up to see an oversized blood-red light spear speeding towards him. Crap. Naruto rolled out of the way as the light spear suddenly exploded where Naruto was. What the hell? There's a 4th one, but they disappeared after they fired that light spear. I'm trying to locate them, look out. Son of a bitch. Naruto yelled as the other 3 fallen angels rained light spear after light spear at Naruto, forcing him to put away Kalina and take out Rebellion. I've had enough. Isen Getsuga. A huge crescent-shaped wave cancelled out the light spears, giving Naruto time for his next move. Getsuga Tensho. Naruto roared, sending a huge wave in shape of a crescent moon like this last attack. This time, it continued on towards the fallen angel, who were not fast enough to completely avoid the blast, and damaged their wings, causing them to drop like flies into the nearly fountain. Take that, whoa! Naruto ducked as another blood-red light spear nearly hit him, but several more followed right behind it. Naruto destroyed them with a swing of Rebellion, and clicked his tongue, letting the sound bounce off the trees. Found ya! Naruto found the mystery attacker lurking behind a tree, and used round trip towards them. The tree was cut on half, but the mystery attacker managed to escape, allowing Asia to recognize her. Naruto-san, that's Dash! Naruto re-equipped Kalina and then fired a rocket at the attack, but the attack flew through the air and landed on the water of the fountain. BGM fade out. BGM, dark tuning from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. What the hell? Who the hell are you? Naruto demanded while shocked at her appearance. The attacker looked similar to Rainier, but with a slightly regal, mature look, longer hair, bigger breasts, 4 wings, and a real twisted and unsettling aura. Ha! A squalid hybrid like you shouldn't address me so frivolously. The new female fallen angel said with a shrill giggle, if you're going to stand to my way I'll finish what my dear little sister started, and annihilate you completely. Sister? Naruto repeated, hey, Asia-chan. Do you know who this chick is? Hi. She's Rianella, the older sister of the fallen angel who disappeared. And I'm under their protection. Asia replied and was frightened at Rianella's appearance. Well, this is just perfect. I can sense that she's more powerful than her sister Rainier. In that case, Juchaku, sacred gear! Naruto shouted, his sacred gear gauntlet materializing on his left arm. Rianella blinked twice before roaring with laughter, are you serious? You cannot be serious. Ah ha 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 ha. What's so funny? Naruto snarled, glaring at the new female fallen angel. After seeing what you have, how could I not laugh? She replied, looks like we have nothing to fear since it's just a twice critical. We were completely off the mark. Twice critical? Naruto repeated, there's no way my awesome-looking gauntlet has a name that sounds like something as childish as that. I mean, come on. Rianella ignored him. Also known as Dragon's Hand, it's an ordinary item that doubles your power temporarily. Double my power? Oi, Drake. Please tell me she's joking. Sorry, Ibu, but she isn't. If that's truth, why the hell didn't you tell me? I could have used that information earlier. All Naruto received was some whistling from his dragon partner, followed by a girlish cry of pain. Baka! Arwen shrieked as she proceeded to pound her fellow dragon in the ground inside her master's mindscape, causing Naruto to grumble as he cut off the connection just in time to hear Rianella speaking. Don't fuck with that kid or his family. Plus, it's possible that he has a potentially dangerous sacred gear. That's what my little sister heard, so she decided to go rogue and attempt to eliminate you under the guise of Yuma-chan. Did you know, she chose that name because she was gonna kill you and that pervert at dusk? Really cool, right? Naruto's eyebrow twitched in annoyance as she continued her tirade. I love you. Please go out with me. Remember? Are you done, lady? Naruto asked, holding up his sacred gear revealed as twice critical, if so. It doesn't matter what your blood contains. You won't stand a chance against me with that. Just hand over little Asia and walk away. Rianella demanded, showing her fangs and an evil smile. Well, here's my answer, bitch. Naruto retorted, throwing up 2 middle fingers in response. Naruto-san. Asia cried, worried for the blonde. Don't worry about me. Just stay near my clones. I don't like making promises like a naive knucklehead, but I promise that I will protect you to the very end. Naruto told her with a wink. Asia gasped, a feeling of happiness and attraction rushing through her at the blonde's declaration. Hey bitch! If you're right about my sacred gear that it doubles my power, then you're the one who's screwed. Come on, twice critical. If you're going to double my power, then don't fail me now. Sacred gear, twice critical, activate. In response, the jewel on the twice critical shined brightly with glyphs appeared on the gauntlet as it announced boost. Whoa! Naruto held his gauntlet steady as a rush of energy flowed through his body. What power! I'm gonna have to train harder to handle this rush of energy, but this'll do for now. Naruto then used his gauntlet to deflect a blood-red light spear that Rianella threw at him, and charged at her, channeling chakra in his feet to run across the water. Rianella quickly drew another light spear to block Naruto's enhanced punch. Get it now? Twice nothing to still nothing. Rianella shouted as she forced Naruto's fist off her weapon, but Naruto used the momentum to kick her away, but she landed back on her feet. I'm being nice here. Just let Asia return with me and walk away. Her Twilight Healing is an extremely rare sacred gear, unlike what you have. As I suspected, you and your friends just want her for her power. Well, forget it. You underestimate me. I admit that you're not like those 3 one-trick ponies. Naruto said, pointing at the other 3 fallen angels who were still down. So, why don't you entertain me more? Insolent whelp. Rianella snarled as she materialized a light spear that bigger than the usual. I was going to spare your life on a whim, but I changed my mind. She suddenly disappeared, then reappeared above Naruto and threw her new oversized light spear. KOSMOS's sensors then sent haywire. Naruto-san. The energy is that light spear's more concentrated than the rest. If it connects... Naruto quickly used the Kawarimi no Jutsu, substitution jutsu, to escape, leaving a log to suffer the explosion the light spear brought to where Naruto was standing as the blonde landed in the trees, as he now felt an unwelcome sensation. Shit! He cursed, holding his head as a rush of memories entered his head, showing them getting pierced with light spears from the other 3 fallen angels while they were focused on her creator's clash with Rianella. Wait a minute. Naruto looked over to where the prone bodies of Donasek, Kelwarner, and Midlet are. Huh, they're still there, what the? Naruto activated his Rinnegan, showing that the bodies of the fallen angels were made of pure light. Crap. Naruto-san. Naruto looked to see Asia in the arms of Kelwarner, with the other fallen angels showing triumphant smiles on their faces. Damn it! He yelled, leaping off the tree branch and into the air while activating his Devil Bringer, reaching out for Asia. You might as well give up, because we've already won. Rianella shouted as she fired another oversized light spear at Naruto, but he used it as a springboard to gain more height. However... Oof. Naruto slammed face first into an invisible barrier. You've got to be kidding me, he groaned weakly as he fell into the water below. Naruto-san, no! Asia cried as she struggled, but Rianella slapped her, causing Asia to case her struggling as Rianella grabbed Asia by her chin. Don't worry about him. After tonight's ritual, you'll be free from all hesitation and suffering. With that, the fallen angels disappeared with their prize, with Naruto recovering and slapping the water in frustration. BGM fade out. Ku Academy, an hour later. There you there. Where have you been, and why are you all soaking wet? Naruko demanded as she and her sisters watched their only brother stagger back onto the school grounds with the Rat Shoe plush toy in hand. Found Asia, went on an outing with her, got her this rat chew toy, was cut off with a call from Ino, ran into an invisible wall, ambushed by fallen angels on the way back, met Rainer's sister, learned more about my sacred gear, clashed with Rainer's sister, the other fallen angels sneaked in and got Asia, ran into another invisible wall. Landed in the nearby fountain, Asia was taken, the end. Naruto replied in one breath sarcastically, any questions? Wow. Sucks to be you, little brother Naruto, he noted, but with no amusement or malice. Yeah, I know. As for that call from Ino-chan, it sounds like they managed to get Rainer to spill her guts, so before we go to the town's church to rescue Asia-chan, we'll head back to the mansion to plan our attack. Naruto said and spat out some water. That sounds like a plan. And while we're on our way back, you can tell us how the hell those fallen angels managed to swipe Asia-chan right from under your nose. Naruto deadpanned, poking her twin on the head, I think the many levels on your limiter's screwing with your senses. Naruto just grumbled, no comment. Yeah, well, you're gonna have to shred a few levels if we're going to raid the church. No doubt there's gonna be loads of priests, along with that stray exorcist, and dare I say it, those fallen angels. I know you enjoy fighting sometimes and want them to last, but now's not the time to screw around anymore. Naruto told him sternly. I know. Naruto sighed, waving his hand. It's alright. We'll get Asia-chan back, Naruna assured him and the others. Not to mention that we'll finally put an end to those annoying fallen angels for good. Seriously, this time it's killed or be killed, and show them why the Uzumaki Namike's siblings should be feared, Databacon. Narumi declared, pumping her fist up. Yeah, we'll reduce them to ashes next time we see them, database. Naruna exclaimed excitedly. That sounds like a plan, Naruto agreed. Don't forget guys, we have to rescue Asia-chan, Databana. Naruto shrieked. Right, the others grumbled as started their trek back to their mansion. If they stayed long enough through the school entrance, they would have saw manies of crimson red hair and black hair both whip out of sight around a corner. Uzumaki Mansion, early evening. Alright Tayuya, what did you and the twins learn from our dear guest? Naruhi asked as she and her young siblings followed Tayuya down to the basement. I think it's best that you question her yourselves. With all the crying and apologies and revelations, I've had enough fucking melodrama for one day, and I'm going to sleep after this. Tayuya replied dryly. Melodrama? What are you talking about? Naruto asked as they got to the door of the mansion's interrogation room. You find out soon enough, Naruto. Apparently there's more to Rainer than meets the eye. Though I have to warn you, Narutosh may be a bit clingy, and you'll need a new t-shirt before you raid the church. Tayuya explained before opening the door. Clingy? Is there something I should know? Naruto asked as they stepped in. Tayuya grimaced, that her feelings are genuine. Genuine? Narumi and Naruna parroted, how? About her wanting to kill me when she gets loose. Naruto guessed, or Naruto-kun? Naruto and his sister looked around to the wall where Rainer is sitting, looking up at Naruto, her face strained with tears. Rainer, Naruto growled, but before he could say another word, Rainer leapt up and tackled him to the floor with a hug. Hey! Naruto shrieked, summoning her heavenly sword to skewer the fallen angel, but stopped when she heard the sound of crying coming from Rainer. Naruto-kun! I'm so sorry! I never meant to do what I did. That wasn't me. Rainer sobbed, holding a dumbfounded Naruto tightly. Please forgive me. Naruto didn't know how to handle this. At first he thought it was a trick, but Tayuya was right. Her feelings really were genuine, and all he could do was stroke her hair and back to calm her down. Meanwhile, Naruhi rounded on Tayuya, who was sweating, explain, Databano. She shrieked, pointing at the scene before her. It's a long fucking story. Tayuya squeaked, getting as far away from Naruhi as possible. Just give us the short version. Naruto said quickly, and you better explain yourself as well, Rainer. Rainer sniffed and nodded, I'll tell you everything. The next 15 minutes consisted of loud gasps, extreme swearing, and death threats. Meanwhile, at the church that was to be raided, everything in it except Asia sneezed and shivered. Church, nighttime, Operation Rescue Asia. I'm pissed off, Naruto growled as he and his sisters eyed the church where Asia is being held from the roof of a house right around from it. Trust me, Oniai-chan, we know, and you're not the only one. Narumi growled back. No, I take that back, I am really pissed off. Naruto reiterated, pound his fist in his hand. When I see Rianella again, I'm gonna drop that bitch before I proceed to tear her sorry ass to pieces so bad that death will be a mercy. Screw that. She's not gonna live to see the end of this night. Naruko agreed, sharpening her heavenly sword. Her fucking life is forfeit. Easy, my little brother and sisters. Naruhi chided them, our time will come, but first we must secure Asia. That right? We have to stay focused on the mission. Naruna added, which means first we rescue Asia, Then after we rescued her, then we gotta save her. Naruna, both those objectives are the same thing. Narumi deadpanned. Really? Naruna asked with a cute, confused look. Of course, Narumi said. Oh my god, who the hell cares? Naruko snapped, we go in, get Asia, raise hell, kill those fallen angels, and leave. Simple. Naruto nodded, then what are we waiting for? Let's go save Asia-chan. Besides, I have a fallen bitch's ass to whip. All 5 Uzumaki Namikaze siblings, clad in dark clothing, then jumped off the roof of the house and sneaked their way across the street to the dark and foreboding church. A/N, Naruto is wearing the black version of Dante's Devil May Cry anime outfit. Naruko is wearing a black version of Kairi's Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit. Narumi is wearing the black version of Ain's Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 outfit. Naruhi is wearing a black version of Milia Maxwell's Tales of Xillia outfit. And Naruna is wearing a black version of Yuna's Final Fantasy X2 outfit. Hold on, Naruhi whispered, pointing to the side of the church, I hear something over there. All 5 activated their eagle eyes to find a surprising scene, 5 devils in combat against several priests who the siblings thought were guarding the front entrance. Isn't that the Occult Research Club? What are they doing here? Did they hear about what happened? Naruna wondered, her mind thinking of different possibilities. If so, then they've helped us out by leading the cannon fodder priests away. Remind me to thank Rias-chan. Shall we? Naruto said as they moved on. Putting their assassin skills to use, they silently strided through the trees, reaching the front doors to the church, where Naruko kicked them wide open. No one's here. Naruna noted, surveying the empty chapel. The fallen angels have definitely taken this place. Narumi added, pointing at a sliced-off cross in the front of the room as well as the demolished statues, and someone's here. Show yourself. A figure stepped out from behind a ruined pillar, an individual Naruto knows all too well. Hey! 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 We meet again, shitty Twilight One. I'm getting sentimental, and I see you bought friends too. Oh, it's you, Freed. Naruto growled, baring his fangs. So, this is Freed? I'm not impressed. Naruko said with distaste. You're not alone on that front. Naruhi added with equal distaste. I never thought I'd meet the same devil twice. You know, I'm super strong, so once I meet one of your kind, he get this treatment. Freed said with a throat-cut gesture. You do know that I'm more than a devil, right? And so are my sisters here. Naruto snarled. Sorry, bud, but despite what in your blood, if there's devil's blood within it, then you're classified as a devil in my book. That's why I'm pissed. Freed retorted as he took out his gun and light sword, about you devil trash hurting my pride and ruining my policy. The girls made loud retching noise as Freed licked his gun as he finished his sentence. Enough babbling, you filth. Where's Asia-chan? Naruko demanded. Oh, the slut who fell for that devil? She's at the underground ritual site you can reach through the hidden staircase in that altar. Naruna frowned, you're pretty straightforward. Why not, since you all are going to die anyway? Freed declared, pointing his gun at the siblings. Like hell. Juchaku, sacred gear, twice critical. Naruto yelled, summoning his red gauntlet. Let's do this. No. You and Naruko go on ahead. Me, Narumi, and Naruna can take care of this. Naruhi told him while equipping the overture gun blade, with Narumi equipping blood-scythe sword scythe, and Naruna equipped her favorite weapon, the armory bore, mature and magical staff. Naruhi opened fire while Naruna fired off several missiles on Freed, who started dodging like a madman. Oni-chan. One-chan. Go! Suetun, Taju Suryuden, water style, multiple water dragon bullets. Narumi cried, firing off water dragon after water dragon at Freed as well. No fair. Freed as he ran around, dodging the bullets, missiles, and water dragon aimed towards him. It's what you deserve. Let's go, Naruko. Okay, Naruto and I. The twins dashed to the altar where they found the secret underground entrance, and entered it, running down the stairs. I can smell Asia-chan. And her as well. Naruto growled out. Let's hurry, Naruko said. They finally reached the bottom and smashed their way through the reinforced door. Welcome, descendants of Sparta. The bottom of the ritual room was packed with priests, in the way of the pyramid structure where an unconscious Asia is, chained to a cross. And right next to her is Rianella, with a twisted smile. Asia-chan. Naruko shouted before looking at the fallen angel, she looks just like Rainer Naruto, is that? Yeah, it's Rianella. Rainer's sister. Naruto confirmed, making Naruko growl demonically. So you're that fucking twisted bitch, huh? She snarled. I may be a twisted bitch, but that doesn't mean I have feelings, you know. However, I prefer that you don't say my name so casually from your unworthy lips. Rianella said in a teasing tone with a mock-hurt look on her face as Asia opened her eyes, hearing Naruto and Naruko's voices. Naruto-san? Naruto-san? Hold on, Asia-chan. We'll get you out of here in about a minute, geez. Naruto and Naruko jumped back as Rianella threw an explosive light spear at them. Sorry to ruin the dramatic reunion, but the ritual's almost over. Say what? This early? It's not even midnight. Naruko shouted, panicking. Plans change, Rianella said in a sing-song voice. Damn it! Naruto shouted as he and Naruko charged forward, barreling their way through the priests, but there were too many, as green lightning surrounded Asia's form, causing her to cry out in pain. Out of my way! Naruto roared, snapping as he summoned Monadu with a malevolent blood-red aura surrounding it and proceeding to slice through the priests, steel-on-bone style, Ninja Gaiden 3 razor-edge steel-on-bone system, with Naruko following his lead with her heavenly sword. Too late, Rianella laughed as a green light containing rings came out of Asia as the light died from her eyes. Your twilight healing, the power that I've been craving for so many years, is finally in my grasp. With this power, I can conquer even love. Absolute power. No! Naruko screamed as Rianella put the sacred gear inside her body while moaning in ecstasy. Damn you! Naruto roared in rage. He and Naruko entered Devil Trigger Grade 1 and flew through multiple hand seals. Oh my, what wrong? Rianella asked playfully, as the twins hit the final seal. Could you be angry? Kajitan, Kurobochi Seppeiken no Jutsu, Shadow Style, Black Graveyard Spike Jutsu. The twins roared, slamming their hands to the ground, spreading their shadow on the floor. Instantly, the whole floor was covered in black spikes where the shadows were, each about 10 feet long and 3 feet thick. The only places that had no spikes were the walls and the pyramid structure where Rianella and Asia are. Of course, the spikes didn't do anything to Naruto and Naruko. They passed through the twins like mist. But most of the priests were not so lucky, as the spike pierced them in their vital areas, instantly killing them. The Uzumaki Namikaze siblings don't enjoy killing humans, but in some of the professions they trained in, i.e. ninja, it's part of the job description, and unfortunately for the priests, they were getting way too annoying and should have ran when they had the chance as soon as Naruto and Naruko's rage skyrocketed to dangerous levels at being unable to save Asia's life. They're monsters, cried one of the priests who managed to survive along with some of the others. My, what brutality! I thought you don't kill worthless humans. No matter, because with this, I can now become the supreme fallen angel. Rianella declared as glowed with a green aura. I can now make those who made fun of me eat their words. They're the least of your problems. Naruko snarled as she and Naruto made a beeline for the female fallen angel. Stop them! Shouted a priest as they charged towards the twins. Don't let them near Rianella-sama. Your funeral! Naruto shouted as he summoned Yamato to use Dimension Slash, dashing around the crowd of priests, cutting them up. Crescent rose. Naruko summoned her oversized gun scythe in scythe mode and loaded in the cross-shot ammo to also dash around, dual-wielding it with her heavenly sword to cut up the rest of the priests into ribbons as Naruto sheathed Yamato, causing the ones he cut to fall into bloody pieces. It's just you and us now, Naruto said as Naruko shot Crescent Rose to the ground to propel herself from the ground into Rianella. Aiming for her neck, Naruko took a swing with her heavenly sword, but the fallen angels used her speed to escape and reappeared near the entrance to the room as Naruto ran up to the altar and went to unchain Asia from the cross. When the chains wouldn't give, Naruto used Yamato to cut the chain to pieces, causing Asia to fall into his arms. She's not dead, Naruto said, surprised as he checked her pulse. Really? Naruko asked as her brother gently shook Asia. Asia-chan? Asia-chan. Asia's eyes slowly opened, finding a familiar face. Naruto-san? Yeah, and it's not just me. Naruko's here too, as well as Narumi, Naruhi, and Naruna. We're here for you, so just hang in here, okay? Naruto told her, with Asia nodding weakly. Rianella laughed cruelly. Isn't that sweet? You can have her since I'm done with her. Besides, those who have their sacred gear taken die. Why you? Give her sacred gear back, you bitch! Naruko shouted at her, pointing her weapon at the fallen angel. And why should I do that? Do you realize how much planning was put into this endeavor? I even lied to my superiors, even my foolish leader Sama, to carry out this plan ahead of schedule. Rianella confessed as she took to the air, materializing her oversized light spear, and unfortunately, you guys are witnesses to that, so I'll destroy you all now, and leave no traces of proof. But don't worry, dying together with her isn't so bad, isn't it? Fuck you. Eh? There was a loud bang, and the oversized light spear suddenly exploded in Rianella's hand, sending her crashing to the floor. What the hell? She snarled as she used Asia's sacred gear to heal herself. Playtime is officially over for you, Rianella-san. The Shinigami calls for your head. Naruto said, firing several more shots from Blue Rose. I told you to don't say my name so casually, you shitty brat. You're defiling it. Rianella snarled. Speeding toward Naruto was a new light spear in hand, dodging the shots from Blue Rose, but her eyes widened as a rocket came at her, forcing her to dodge. She looked to see Naruto, with Kalina in hand. Eat this, bitch! Naruto yelled, firing another rocket at Rianella, who was about to dodge again, but the rocket exploded into a foul, white-smelling smoke with zero visibility, making her gag and cough violently. Time to go! Naruto yelled as she and Naruto, who was carrying Asia, ran for the staircase, leaving Rianella suffering in the foul odor. Meanwhile upstairs, Fried was thrown through several benches thanks to multiple punches from Naruhi, Narumi, and Naruna's Devil Bringers. During his fight with the girls, his regenerator was working overtime. He could barely get a hit on them, and they've also destroyed his light sword as well. Ugh, this is gonna get real bad if this continues. Time to retreat. He hopped back up and jumped on the altar. Hold it, asshole! Narumi shouted, attaching a chakra chain to the hilt of Blood Scythe and threw it at the exorcist. I don't want to be killed by you bitches. So farewell, and next time, I'll be the one who'll kill you all, as well as your brother. Fried threw a flashbang in the air, blinding the girls. Then they got their sights back. He was gone. He's gone! Damn it! Naruhi kicked a broken bench into the wall in anger. We almost had him. Wani-chan, he doesn't matter now. Asia-chan does. Naruna reminded her, just as Naruto and Naruko appeared from the hidden stairs, with Asia in Naruto's arms. Asia-chan. She's still alive. Naruto said, laying Asia down on an unborn bench, but in critical condition. We need to get her twilight healing back. Even if we get it back, Naruna started in a tone of uncertainty, but hit in the head of the head by Narumi. Don't say it. We'll find a way. And where's that fucking fallen bitch? She's still downstairs, and the only way up here is through there. Naruko said, pointing towards the hidden staircase. I'll try to keep Asia-chan alive. Deal with Rianella when she gets up here. Healing jutsu. Naruko's hands turned green when she placed her hands over Asia's chest. Hey, where's Fried? Naruto asked. Naruhi shook her head. He managed to get away, and I don't think we saw the last of him. And Naruto-san Mina, everyone. Asia-chan. Naruto went over to his fellow blonde and held her hands. Save your strength. We'll get you out of here soon. Just hang in there. Once this is all over, we'll get you into our school, and hell, you can live with us. Naruko added brightly, trying to be positive. It wasn't for long, but I'm so happy I was able to make friends. Asia whispered. Don't say things like that, Asia-chan. Naruna cried with tears threatening to fall from her eyes. We're getting you out of here alive. Then we can all go to karaoke bars, amusement parks, bowling alleys, and get lots and lots of Ratchikuns, and have a huge party too. Database. Narumi nodded in agreement. You have yet to meet our mother, as well as the rest of our friends who are your friends now, so don't give up. Asia smiled. If I had been born here and had gone to school with you all, it would have been wonderful. You are coming back with us. I did promise that I'd protect you after all, Naruto said as droplets fell on his and her hands. You're crying, Asia said, putting a hand on Naruto's face, but he gently glided it away. It's only the rain, he muttered, looking away slightly. We're indoors, Baka. Naruko whispered as tears of her own started to fall from her eyes when she felt Asia's heart rate starting to decrease. It's all right. I couldn't ask for more, Asia said as she started to cry herself, while never losing her smile. Thank you. No. No, 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 no. Naruko cried in horror as she tried to add more power to her healing jutsu, but Asia Argento's hand slipped from Naruto's grasp as she passed away peacefully. No! Asia-chan, don't die! Narumi cried as Naruko's jutsu deactivated. Asia-chan! Asia-chan! Please wake up! Naruna cried, shaking her, but it was no use, causing her to cry loudly. You were a kind girl that'd cure anyone who was injured, even devils. Naruhi whispered, kneeling down on one knee. This is part where I chant Requiem Scat in pace, but I won't. We're not giving up on you that easily. You don't deserve this fate. You're right. Naruto said as he hugged Asia's body close. We're not letting you resign to your death that easily. If your god won't save you because of your sin, then we will. We'll drag your soul back from the afterlife if we have to. If I was still a worthless human, I'd pay money to see that. The sibling looked up to see fallen angel Rianella, casually sitting on an unbroken bench, spraying that looks like perfume on herself. Huh? Isn't that? Narumi said, pointing at Rianella. Yeah, Rianella. Naruko growled as Naruto set Asia back down on the bench and set a barrier around her body. Naruhi blinked as she stood up. So this is Rianella? Is her compensating for something? Rianella laughed. Cheap jokes won't get you anywhere, especially since you'll be following after that now useless nun. Battle theme, Plastic Knight 2 from BlazBlue, Chronophantasma. Now that's funny, considering how we all plan on making this church you love oh so much your grave, so enjoy twilight healing while you can. Naruto snarled, let's go girls. Right. When Naruhi, Narumi, and Naruna all entered their Devil Trigger Grade 1 states, they joined Naruto and Naruko in flooding the church with their power. So, this is the power of the Descendant, and his sisters, Rianella muttered, as she took out 2 blood-red light swords and activated them. Beautiful. Twilight Celestial, thank you very much, but irrelevant at this point, because you're dead already, bitch. You just don't know it yet. Naruto said as he equipped Manadu, while Naruko readied Heavenly Sword and Crescent Rose, Narumi readied her Blood Scythe and the black and green chain weapon Geminus Augwium, Uroboros, Naruhi readied Etro's Gunblade, and Naruna prepared her Machoran for action. Ha, you can be as powerful as you want, but I have Twilight Healing, a sacred gear that can heal everything. It's a wonderful ability for us fallen angels since we no longer have divine protection. Rianella explained as she put her hands together in a mock prayer, this firmly secures my status as a fallen angel. I'm finally powerful enough to be on equal footing with the great Azazel-sama and Shemhazai-sama. Too bad that dream won't become a reality. Naruto pointed her sword at her, attack. Get over here. Narumi threw Uroboros at Rainella who deflected the snakehead part of the weapon as Naruhi rushed forward, gun blazing. Rianella blocked the shots, but the blades started to crack. What? Rianella was shocked that her special designed and reinforced light swords cracked after blocking a few shots from Naruhi's gunblade, but she didn't have time to dwell on it, as Naruhi clashed her blade, now covered in a malevolent blood-red aura, with Rianella's light swords. Is that a shocked look I see on your face, Rianella? Naruhi taunted as she pushed Rianella back, who took to the air, only to meet Naruna midair, riding a heart-shaped carpet. Rianella tried to use her speed to get out of the way, but Naruna went past her and pointed her bell staff at her, materializing several brightly colored missiles. Eek. Rantan, Resurrecting, Storm Style, Lightning Water Dragon Bullet. As Naruna fired her missiles, Narumi summoned a large, powerful dragon made of water with electricity bouncing off it and sent it towards Rianella. Ha! Child's play. Rianella laughed as she was about to move, but wasn't able to. What? Noticing Narumi's smirk, she looked down at her ankle where she saw a black and green chain wrapped around it. Damn it! She swore as the missiles connected with Rianella, knocking her into the lightning water dragon that closed its mouth around her and proceeded to electrocute, while trying to drown her in the process. Naruko, when charged forward, leapt high in the air and sliced through the jutsu along with Rianella, cutting her across her stomach. Is that your best? Rianella laughed as she healed herself with Twilight Healing. When she tried to reactivate her light sword, however. Huh! Futon, Raisin Shuriken. Rianella got out of the way just in time as Naruto's wind-style Raisin Shuriken literally went out the window, but flew into a waiting Naruhi. Scene Drive, Army of One. Naruhi called out as she slashed, kicked, and shot Rianella up before axe-kicking her to the ground, where she is snagged by Narumi's Uroboros. Come on over and play, Narumi said in a sing-song voice as she pulled Rianella for a barrage of slashes with her blood scythe in scythe mode before knocking her way with several green serpents. Feels good, don't it? As Rianella skidded across the ground, Naruko and Naruna, transforming her bell staff into a 16-ton hammer, attacked from above, crashing into the fallen angel, hitting her with the scythe and hammer at the same time before jumping away, as Naruto used the spectral arm of his Devil Bringer to punch Rianella into the altar. Battle music fade out. How's that? Naruna asked, turning her hammer back to her usual bell staff. Not good enough. As long as I have Twilight Healing, no matter how much damage you do to me, I can just heal it. Rianella retorted as she started the process while pointing at Asia. Why are trying so hard for her stake? Because she's an innocent girl who never discriminated between fallen angels and devils. And more importantly, she's our friend. Naruna answered. Boring and stalling us isn't going to get you anywhere. Naruto countered. I'm serious here. You all are fighting a lost cause. What happened is the destiny of the chosen ones, those endowed with the sacred gear. Don't you all understand? She would have never lived a peaceful life. Sacred gears are too much for a human to handle. No matter how powerful they are, unusual powers are bound to be feared and their wielders shunned. That's simply the way it is. That's just how humans are. Even with such a wonderful power that might benefit them, like this. Rianella explained, her injuries now halfway healed. Battle theme, Devils Never Cry. Temin and Igru dive version from Devil May Cry 3 as played in Dead Fantasy 3's Tifa vs. Hitomi fight. Are you done? Naruko asked, scratching out her ears. What? Don't you care? Rianella asked, slightly surprised. I thought she was your friend. We do care, but you're preaching to the choir. Humans with special gifts are always gonna be shunned by those who fear what they don't understand. It's just the kind of world we live in, Naruhi said, shrugging. Our dad's distant cousin Dante said this. Demons, superhumans, same crap. Different day, but Naruto's left arm glowed red. If you're using that as your excuse of liberating Asia-chan of her sacred gear, then we have nothing else to talk about. Juchaku, twice critical. Dragon boost. The twice critical gauntlet announced as it appeared on Naruto's left arm, the new phrase surprising everyone. Huh, it never did that before. Girls, stand back, and wait for my signal to finish her, Naruto ordered as he adjusted his twice critical boost. Rianella laughed. Are you really going to go over this again? Like I said, twice nothing is still nothing. You really do like hearing yourself talk, do you? Boost. Naruto rushed forward with a haymaker, but punched the altar instead as Rianella flew up and fired off 2 light spears at him. Naruto smirked as he deflected him with his gauntlet and leaped off the altar at her to attack again, but she summoned a light spear to take the blow, flying back as the light spear shattered from the force of Naruto's blow. But Naruto was not done as he landed a devastating kick on Rianella, sending her into a wall. Boost. You're wasting your time. I have Twilight Healing. I can heal any level of damage, so give up. You're going to lose. Rianella yelled as she summoned her oversized light spear and threw it at Naruto. Why don't you give up trying to make me give up? Because I'm really too pissed off to give a fuck. Explosion. Naruto reared back his gauntlet and punched the light spear, using his power to deflect it right back at Rianella. As this happened, Naruto's twice critical evolved, now covering Naruto's fingers with metal claws and gaining more spikes with a sleek design on his gauntlet. Whoa! Naruto looked at his sacred gear in surprise, and loving the new design. What? Rianella managed to avoid her own light spear at the last second, but is shocked at new form Naruto's gauntlet took. That sacred gear is just a twice critical. How? Who knows, but this is the twice critical that'll punch your ticket straight to hell. No! Rianella threw a light spear at Naruto, but he effortlessly deflected with a devilish grin on his face. Rianella then screamed in fear and flew past Naruto to escape. She was almost to the door when she suddenly felt something on her ankle, and looking to see a spectral arm gripping it. Like I'll let you escape, so get the fuck back here, bitch! Naruto shouted, yanking his devil bringer arm back, dragging Rianella back toward him as he jumped forward, his new gauntlet cocked back. Say your prayers. Don't touch me. I'm the Supreme Dash. Fuck you. Shinryu-ken. Naruto shouted, catching Rianella with a multi-hitting flaming corkscrew uppercut, making her scream in pain as she hit the glass ceiling, breaking it, as Naruto appeared right above her and punched her back to the ground with his upgraded twice critical. Now! Naruto called out to his sisters, who were in the air with a black chakra rod in hand. They then landed on Rianella, stabbing her and pinning her wings to the ground, avoiding her vitals but making her screaming out in pain more while throwing up blood. Battle theme fade out. Naruto game. Narumi set. Naruhi match. Naruto ball game. But you didn't get to stun her through, Naruna pointed out. Must have forgot. Ah well, she got lucky, but now that I think about it, she didn't deserve the honor. Guys, we have company, Naruhi spoke up, pointing at some newcomers who just flew in. Rianella-sama. Well, if it isn't the rest of the fallen freaks of despair, the Three Stooges. Donasek, Calawarner, and Middlet. Honesty, I almost forgot about you guys. This time, we're gonna put you out of our miseries once and for all, Naruto stated while eerily cracking his knuckles. Hell, we'd love to see you try, Donasek said as he and his fellow fallen angels materialized their light spear. What are you waiting for? Rianella shouted, get them. With pleasure, Middlet shouted, speeding towards Naruhi in an attempt to get rid of at least one of the siblings. But when she was right in front of her, she suddenly stopped, jerking forward. Feeling extreme pain in her pain, Middlet looked down to find the hand of Naruhi's devil bringer in her chest. WHWA dash? Wow. I never would have guessed that fallen angels like you had a heart. With a nonchalant tug, Naruhi pulled her hand out of Middlet's heart, clutching Middlet's heart that was still connected to her by her heartstrings. Time to die, you chubby fallen angel. Taking a deep breath, she blew onto Middlet's heart, her now icy breath turning the slowly thumping heart into ice, with the ice now traveling along her heartstring, and finally into her body. And no, Middlet whispered as her body became encased frozen in ice. Middlet! Donasek and Calawarner cried as Naruhi crushed their comrade's frozen heart in pieces. Shireni, die, Naruhi whispered, uppercutting the frozen fallen angel with the devil bringer's spectral arm, shattering her into tiny fragments. Sugi, next. You bastard! Calawarner screamed, charging at Naruhi, failed to notice Naruto's smirk as his eyes morphed into a blue Sharingan with slits surrounded by 3 Tomo. You should be happy. A certain friend requested me not to kill you, and share her fate. Kamui? A swirling vortex appeared in front of a shocked Calawarner, sucking her into it and sending her into Naruto's mindscape in the castle ruins sector, where Kiyomi, Kurami, and Arwen were waiting. You got her? Yeah. Kiyomi confirmed. She's tied up in your chakra chains, and is now threatening us as expected. Want us to give her the royal treatment? Kurami asked while grinning mincingly at their new prey. Please do. I'll put her under Tsukuyami later, Naruto replied, cutting for the connection as he saw Donasek shaking in fear after seeing the loss of his two comrades, and then there were two. Gur, you will not have me! Donaseeker yelled, turning to fly away. Forgive me, Rianella-sama. Coward! Rianella screeched as started to fly away, but… Arg! Bolts of blood-red light suddenly disintegrated him, his feathers now falling to the ground, much to the surprise of Naruto and his sisters, and to the shock of Rianella. Whoa! What the hell was that? Narumi asked. That was awesome. That was Bucho's power of destruction. Everyone in the church turned to look at the entrance where 5 devils walked in, Rias Gremory with her hands sparking with red energy, Himejima Akino wearing priestess robes, Kiba Yumi answering Narumi's question, Tuju Kaneko, and their newest member, the pervert Highschool Issei wielding a sacred gear similar to what the first form of Naruto's twice critical looked like. Rias-chan, Naruna whispered. I'm going to hazard a guess that you somehow eavesdropped on our conversation back at school and helped us out by busying those priests outside busy. Naruhi guessed while putting a hand on her hip. Guilty as charged, Naruhi-san. Akino and I were looking for you when we came upon your plan of rescuing your friends and finally defeating the fallen angels who plagued you. Rias confessed with an air of confidence. We were only planning to watch you all in action, but those nosy priests had better senses than we thought, and tried to do their jobs, so we led them away to make things easier for you. Akino chipped in. That and give Hayate-kun here gain more experience. Yumi added. You did have to tell them that, Haim-sama, Issei complained, but was elbowed in the ribs by Kaneko, hard. Can it pervert? Kaneko remarked as Issei held his ribs in pain. In any case, you have our thanks. We owe you one, Rias-chan, Naruto said as he and his sisters backed out of their Devil Trigger Grade 1 awakening. Rias nodded, then turned her attention to the pinned-down fallen angel, who was now looking terrified, since her plan was falling apart with the deaths of her allies and the appearance of the Occult Research Club. You must be the fallen angel Rianella. Rias greeted with courteously. My name is Rias Gremory, heiress apparent of the Gremory family. Nice to meet you, though it won't be for long, since all of your forces outside have been blasted away and neutralized. Blasted away? Did she kill them? Narumi asked with a raised eyebrow. They were being a nuisance, talking about how their fallen angel leader was all-powerful, and gloating how her sister killed Naruto-senpai. Kaneko said, annoyed. The president is known as the crimson-haired ruined princess and the princess of destruction. She's the daughter of the household possessing the power of destruction. Even among the young devils, she was known as a genius. Yumi explained with Naruhi looking impressed. Suga. I didn't know I was serving such a master, Issei exclaimed excitedly. With dangerous-sounding titles like those, no wonder they were blasted away, like Donasek just now. Naruto grinned. Though they made such a mess after they were exterminated. Akino giggled, looking around. Speaking of, the church is in pieces. Is this all right? Who cares? The Uzumaki siblings thought. Damn you, Gremory heiress! Rianella screamed, trying to get loose from predicament. You think you've defeated me, but… After Rainier and Donasek attacked Naruto-kun and Calawarner attacked Issei, I figured there were fallen angels in this town, and I knew you were scheming something. We wouldn't have interfered if you hadn't caused us trouble, but apparently your actions drew the ire of our school's Special Investigation and Disciplinary Committee. Special Investigation and Disciplinary Committee? Rianella repeated, confused. That would be the 5 of us, me, Naruko, Narumi, Naruhi, and Naruna, Naruto said, gesturing to himself and his sisters with his upgraded twice critical. While we are the Uzumaki Namikaze siblings, we are also known as Ko Academy's Special Investigation and Disciplinary Committee, but you call us SIDC for short. That when Rias noticed Naruto's twice critical, Naruto-kun, you're scared gear. I know it's changed. Naruto shrugged, but it looks cooler than before, don't you think? I think I can even use Sankante's soul-scattering Iron Claw, with this gauntlet. A red dragon, oh, I get it now. You know about my gauntlet, Rias-chan? Naruto asked, surprised, waving his arm with the twice critical up and down. Hi. Fallen angel Rianella. Rias turned back to Rianella. Uzumaki Namikaze Naruto Sparta's scared gear is not a mere twice critical. What? Known to double its wielder's power every 10 seconds, it allows any to possess it to surpass even a god or Satan in power temporarily if mastered. It is one of the 13 Longinus, the gauntlet of the Red Dragon Emperor, Boosted gear. Naruto was shocked. No way. Oni-chan's sacred gear, Narumi said. Is one of the 13 Longinus, Naruhi whispered. That's amazing. Naruna squealed. Only my Oni-chan can end up with something so awesome. You ladies are making me blush here. While this is a surprise, I wished I've learned about the true extent of my sacred gear capabilities sooner. Things would have been different, Naruto muttered the last part to himself. This can't be true. A guy like him has the ominous sacred gear known to being ruin even to God himself? Rianella thought, her mind slowly starting to fall apart by the information. It may be potent, but it takes time to power up, so it's not almighty. No offense, but this fallen angel mistakes was continuously underestimating you and letting her guard down because of her newly acquired sacred gear. Rias said. None taken, cause we kinda figured that out during the fight. Naruto grumbled flatly, but enough talk. I want this fallen angel out of our life. Isn't there another way? It would be a waste of Issei started, but was hit with the back of Narumi's fist over her shoulder, knocking him out comically. Right. Naruto said, snapping his fingers, turning to Rianella, we'll be taking back Twilight healing now. Never. Rianella retorted, this healing power is for me and me only, not for Azazel, Shemhazai, or Kokabeel. Force it is then it's good to love, but love's is a tainted one. And FYI, I don't know, or care to know, who Azazel, Shemhazai, or Kokabeel is, Naruto said, holding up his glowing devil bringer, while filing the mentioned names away for a later date. Before Naruto could do anything, black feathers started fall from the sky, causing Naruto to jump back and grinning. Another one? Rias asked as she and her peerage prepared to fight, but the Uzumaki sisters held their hands up, stopping them. Just enjoy the show. Naruto whispered to them, as the one producing the black feathers glided down from the sky, through the ceiling, and landed on the ground in front of Rianella, making her look up, her eyes widening in shock. Rainer, you're alive! She cried. Rainer was silent, her hair shadowing her eyes as she none too gently pulled the 5 rods out of her older sister, making her hiss in pain. Ah. Thank you, Rainer. I can manage. She said as she wobbly got to her feet, just hold them off while I heal myself. That won't be necessary, Wani-sama. Huh? What are you talking about, Rainer? Rianella's question was cut short, as multiple red light spears materialized out of nowhere, and impaled her in all directions of her body. As Rianella threw up blood, Rainer reared her hand back, and plunged it into her sister's chest, causing her to throw up more blood, and shocking Rias and her peerage while Naruto and his sisters grinned some more. Rainer why? I remembered everything, Wani-sama. What are you, Rianella stammered, but suddenly became horrified at what she meant, and no. Before this whole mess started, I was an angel, just like you were, and for years, we were living happy lives serving God. But one day out of the blue, you disappeared, and I was worried sick, and so were our friends and comrades. I didn't know why, but I was determined to find you. But when I came across a little boy who I sensed died, I saw that he was raped before he was killed in his own room, and that's where I found white feathers that came from your wings near his body. I knew how angels become fallen angels, and I didn't want to believe that you did that to the poor boy. But we ran into each other years later, and that's when my worst fears are confirmed, that you killed that boy and became a fallen angel. I asked why, and all you did was laugh, and killed our friends who were with me, right in front of me, covering me with their blood and causing me to hyperventilate and black out. Now, Rainer, you don't know what you're saying. You're just upset, Rianella started, holding her hands up weakly, but Rainer struck her with the back of her hand to shut her up. I know exactly what I'm saying, since I remember everything clearly. Even worse, I remember everything that happened afterwards. You use forbidden spells to suppress my memories and implant new ones along with part of your personality, setting me next to another young boy who you raped and killed. I was found with him, and everyone thought I did it, causing me to turn into a fallen angel, and it sickened me that I acted like you. Not only that, you controlled me, making me do your bidding. Everyone thought I was acting on my own when I fought Naruto-sama, but it was you who commanded me to do it. Rainer cried. How did you dash? You! What have you done? Rianella screamed at the Uzumaki Namake's siblings. I thought you killed her. How does she remember? Death was too good for what she did. As for what we done, we have maids back home who can look into a target's mind during interrogation. During that time they found those memory blocks, as well as those implanted memories, which we got rid of today. Naruto replied. Damn you! Rianella snarled, then threw up a torrent of blood on Rainer's arm. I never wanted to become a fallen angel. I only wanted to live my life the way I choose, but I lost my friends, I was branded a rapist, and I become a fallen angel, all because of you, because you needed a pawn to do your dirty work. Rainer screamed, gripping her fist in Rianella. You ungrateful bitch, ah! Rainer wrenched out her arm, a ball of green light containing rings now in her hands, while Rianella screamed out in pain. But the worst crime of all was sending me to kill my crush, who I'm now happy to serve until the end of time, Raina whispered, flicking her sister's blood off her hands and back up, holding Asia's sacred gear close. You no longer have a sister. She died when she disappeared, and this sacred gear doesn't belong to you. It belonged to my surrogate sister, so do us a favor for both our sakes and die. Rianella's mind shattered. Her plan has failed, but Rainier, you turned her against me. You done that yourself, Rias said, glaring at her. You bastards! Rianella screamed, intent on going through her sister to get to the others, but the sound of a gunshot was heard as the concentrated chakra bullet went through her skull, making her explode into nothing but black feathers. Ah, that was a letdown. I was hoping for more than just a few feathers, Naruto said, dismissing Blue Rose, Butipikie, motherfucker. Goodbye, Sister, Rainier muttered, her eyes closed as her sister's feathers flew past her. When she opened them, she flapped her wings once, blowing the feathers away as she went up to her new master. Here, Naruto-sama, she said, handing Twilight Healing to him, which he accepted. Excellent job, Rainier. You played your part perfectly. Narumi praised her. I now live but to serve Naruto-sama and his family and friends, Rainier replied, bowing. The rogue fallen angels are defeated, and we got back Twilight Healing, but Naruna looked over at Asia. We failed to save her. Naruto went over to Asia and dispelled the barrier around her. Picking her up, he placed the Twilight Healing rings on her fingers. I told you, we're going to get her soul back from the afterlife. I'll call Shini-chan HM? Naruto started to say before a chess piece suddenly entered his field of vision. It's unheard of, but it's worth trying. There is hope yet, Naruto-kun, Rias said and looked at Asia. That's the bishop chess piece, he said before he and his sisters realized what it means. Rias-chan, you? Don't tell me, Naruhi muttered before smacking her head. Of course. I believe you know that devils hold titles of nobility. The number of pieces they can have is 8 for a pawn, 2 for a knight, rook, and bishop, and 1 for a queen. In total, 15 pieces. I have already used a bishop piece, but I have another one with me. The bishop's power is to support other devils in the household. Her healing abilities should make her a capable bishop. Like I said, it's unheard of, but I'll try reincarnating this sister as a devil, Rias offered. Really? Narumi and Naruna squealed. Do what you have to, Rias-chan, Naruto said, setting Asia down on the ground as a red Gremory family magic circle appeared under her body. Looks like we owe you yet again. Think nothing of it. I'm only resurrecting her because I wanted her ability to heal even us devils, and for you as well, Naruto-kun. Rias thought the last part to herself, setting the bishop piece on Asia's chest as Naruto placed her hands together. Whatever, just bring her back, please, Naruko whispered, making Rias smile. Consider it done, Naruko-chan, Rias assured her, turning to Asia, spreading her arms out. On my name, Rias Gremory, I hereby order thee, me, Asia Argento. Bring your soul back to this world, and become my servant. Thou shalt become my bishop, and rejoice in your newfound life. The magic circle beneath Asia flashed a blinding red as the bishop chess piece sunk into Asia's body, making it glow red, before it disappeared as her hands momentarily glowed green. Asia-chan, please come back, the Uzumaki Namikaze siblings thought as one, their eyes closed with the younger girls clamping their hands together in prayer. After 5 seconds, their eyes snapped open as Asia's body twitched, and her eyes slowly opened. Huh! Asia sat up, and rubbed her eyes. What happened? Looks like it was a success, Rias said as Narumi and Naruna leapt at Asia and hugged her close. Asia-chan! They cried. Narumi-san? Naruna-san? She asked, looking up to see Naruto, Naruko, and Naruhi smiling down at her. You had us going there for a while there, Naruko said, tearing up. Time to go home, Asia-chan, Naruto said, holding his devil bringer hand out Asia, which she accepted. Naruto-san. Thank you, Rias, Naruhi said. It's all right. Just think of it as the Occult Research Club assisting SIDC in closing a case, Rias replied. Fair enough. Naruhi shrugged, as Naruto picked up Asia bridal style, case closed. Occult Research Club, the next day. Oh, Naruto-kun, you came. Oh heyo. Oh heyo, Rias-chan. How's your newest member faring? Rias set her tea down. Fine, although it's taking her a while to adjust, plus we had to keep her away from Issei after she cured him of his wounds caused by the priests last night. Naruto laughed. He has a long way to go. Don't be afraid to report him to me. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks goodness that it only took 1 pawn piece to revive him. Which mean you have several more pawn pieces, with 1 reserved for me, right? What do you mean? Don't you want to be a knight if you join my peerage? A pawn can switch between the abilities of a knight, rook, and bishops. Plus, they're underestimated, so I like to say a pawn suits me. However, I still making my decision, so Naruto trailed off as he rubbed his head. I don't mind. Take all the time you need, Rias said as she stood up and walked over to Naruto. I'll be waiting. Oh yeah, Naruto said as Rias got close. Why do you want me in your peerage? Ending theme, STUDY by Style Pes. Rias giggled. Because I like you, and not because of your power or your sacred gear, she admitted, leaning forward and hugging him. There are other reasons. The crimson-haired ruined princess and the red dragon emperor. Both are red, so it's a perfect match. Well, I do like red, and Naruto started. When Rias kissed him on the forehead, Thatothoth, it feels kind of familiar thinking about going on a date someday, Rias-chan? Maybe, but you should take her first. I don't want the newcomer to grow jealous, Rias said and looked over Naruto's shoulder. And Naruto-san? Naruto turned around to see a shivering Asia. Oh, Asia-chan. How are you doing? Well, since Rias-san Rias Bucho is beautiful, so it's no wonder you're attracted to her. Asia stammered before shaking her head. No. I shouldn't be thinking like that. She squeaked, making Naruto sweat drop before putting her hands together. God, please forgive my sinful soul KYA. Asia-chan, Naruto groaned, heading to her side as she sank to her knees, holding her now throbbing head in pain. You're now a devil, so praying to God's gonna give you one hell of a migraine. Right. I'm a devil now. I can't face God anymore, Asia moaned as she recovered. Ouch. Do you regret it? Rias asked. Asia shook her head and smiled. No, I'm very grateful for this second chance you gave me. I'm happy to be going to the same school as Naruto-san and his sisters, no matter what I am. I see. Rias nodded. If that's the case, then it's fine. From today onwards, you'll be working as my servant. Yes, I'll do my best. So, those clothes mean, Naruto said, pointing to Asia's new outfit. Do they look good on me? Asia asked, spinning around like a model, showing off her new female co-academy uniform, albeit with a black sweater vest over her dress shady in place of the usual cape and corset. They suit you. Naruto praised her. I'm glad you're able to transfer to his school. My father is involved with the school's management, so it wasn't a problem. Rias explained, though she'll be in the same year as Narumi-chan and Issei. Oh boy, but it's interesting that her father's part of the school's administration, Naruto thought, as the rest of the occult research club and SIDC came through the door and exchanged morning greetings as Akino came from the other set of doors, with a cake in hand. Era, you're all here. We'll be having a party to welcome our newest member. It's good to do things like this every once in a while when everyone's here in the morning, isn't it? Of course, you'll be sticking around, right, Naruto-kun? She asked with a smile. Naruto looked at his sisters, who nodded and smiled himself. Now how could I turn away from a good party, eh? Naruto nodded. I'm in. It's handmade by Bucho. Yay! Issei cheered, holding it up. It's because we had leftover flour. Rias snapped, as Naruto used the force to take the cake away from Issei so it can be cut, while missing Rias's momentary sad expression. As the party got started, they failed to notice a strange and creepy dark red and orange bird with blue eyes spying on them. Unknown location. Oniai-sama, I have prepared the tea. Revel, huh? Are the preparations for the ceremony going well? I'll like there'll be any problems. Besides, this was a great final chapter to their fallen angel arc. Just kidding. Evil laughter. End of chapter 6. What if Naruto has boosted gear Highschool dxd? And thanks for watching my video till the end. If you enjoyed this content, then do consider subscribing to my channel, and leave a like if you guys need the next part. Comment down, and thanks for watching the video, and see you guys in the next video.